Hello and welcome to
a very Halloween-centric episode from your friends in the Villain District podcast. Today, Will and I were joined with the one and only Jedimanda. We sat down and talked just a little bit about cosplay and costumes and how cosplay and costumes work alongside of Halloween. We also sat down and watched parts of a few of our favorite
retro horror movies.
And they're not all horror movies, but they all kind of have that same retro aesthetic and the sounds and music. And really, that's not all. We talk about a lot of stuff. So sit down, pour your favorite pumpkin-flavored beverage, and enjoy
Episode 30.
You are now a loyal follower of the Villain District podcast.
We are literally being run by Phantom Power right now. Literally.
I like that.
Yeah.
I want
Ghosts.
power.
Ghosts are making the microphones work. That's what I'm saying.
ha 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 ha. Welcome to the spooky episode.
You have to do it.
Have you been rehearsing that all day?
I have. I started working
In the mirror, which
at
is weird because it's a
9:30.
podcast, but
9:30 this morning.
Wow.
And it is, what is the time now? About 7?
What
About
is the
7
time
o'clock.
now?
And I finally got to do it.
nice. Well
And I
done.
feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
I'm
Thanks.
spooked
It
out.
was good.
Gotta be
Yeah.
honest.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well,
I'm really afraid.
You get
Don't-
scared easily?
I do, yeah. It's awful.
I do too.
it's
Yeah.
I
good.
don't like to admit it because I like to be a person that's like, I can take on anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I will get scared easily.
No, it's, yeah.
That's why I avoid haunted houses.
Yeah, me
Nope.
too. I have to
I
go to
hate
some.
them.
I have to go to some this year too. That's
Yep.
You
my,
have to?
Yeah, I
I'm
have
forcing
to.
him.
Yeah.
It's time. Here's the thing.
Which ones?
Here's the thing.
I don't know. I was reading about, actually, I was reading an article the other day that was talking about the scariest haunted houses in Louisville, and I was reading through them, and I was like, it was like out of 5. Is my voice clipping? I feel like today of all days, it's going to be super sharp because I'm kind of under the weather. But nevertheless, I was reading this article about.
That's just the sound of it.
That's just the sound of my awful voice. I was reading this article about the
Hey,
scariest
wait,
haunted
Will,
houses.
before
What?
you go on.
Yeah.
Your voice sounds like garbage.
Hey,
man.
thanks, man.
Aw, it's not
What
too
a
bad.
dick.
But
Thank you.
mine's just as perfect, so
Not
keep
too
going.
bad. I love that I got that too bad.
Anyway,
Yeah, so it was out of 5, scariness out of 5, and
Okay.
creativity out of 5.
okay.
And so I tried to like find the ones with the lowest scare factor and the highest creativity, and I was like, maybe I'll just suggest those to Joe and Jake and them.
Now, here's the thing. Jake is terrified of haunted houses. He hasn't been in one since he was like 12.
Oh, really?
Just like you.
I didn't know that.
And here's the
Yeah.
thing. You're going to be nervous going into a haunted house.
Right.
Yes.
You're just going to.
You're just gonna be.
Because there are people in there,
Yeah.
and they want to frighten you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They want you to leave
I
frightened.
don't like knowing that.
Whoops.
Oh, your phone just fell.
But the best thing is they can't hurt you.
I know.
They're trying to
That's
give
true.
you an experience. And here's the thing. Sometimes scary movies will leave you, like, for example, you were talking about The Exorcist earlier.
Yes.
That's one of your favorite horror movies because
Yes.
it still just
Scares the
scares
crap
you.
out of me.
Right.
Yeah. So good.
Haunted houses don't really leave you with anything
Oh,
because
I
it's
see.
people in makeup
Yeah.
and it's quick.
It's all
frights.
a jump.
It's
It's
quick.
all a jump
It's
scare.
So when you leave,
Oh, I hate those.
it's fun.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, that was fun. Like my adrenaline's kind of pumping. I'm feeling good. But you don't, like, whenever you're going to bed at night, you're not thinking of that guy in the crappy makeup. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah,
Right.
It's an
that's true.
experience. It's entertainment. They're here for you.
Right.
But
They're
have you-
here for
Have you
you.
seen the ones though? People like the ones in California and elsewhere, maybe in
Oh.
Europe,
The waiver ones.
that are like they can touch you,
Yes.
and they can put you in a room for
Yeah.
like 5 hours.
Yeah,
You
no.
can leave covered in blood. I'm
No.
like,
Yeah, no, I don't want to do
No, I
that.
don't wanna do that. That
this
just
is
sounds awful.
terrifying.
That's for freaks.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. Who
That's
does
for
that.
weirdos.
Exactly.
That's for freaks.
Listeners,
I'm not sorry.
Judgment.
Well, did you know
Turn
that
this
there's like
podcast off. You're weird.
just done.
I'm just kidding. I'm actually
doubles
really.
down.
I'm pretty intrigued by it. I don't think
Right.
I'd ever do it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But-
I want to look at it from a third person view.
Yeah,
be like,
for sure.
Oh, this looks cool. I want to see other people
Yeah.
do it behind glass, and I'm safe.
Exactly. Put a two-way mirror in the room and just let me check
Right.
it out. you know.
I
I'll
actually
bring some
thought about
Doritos.
auditioning for haunted houses at
Oh,
one
yeah?
point because I think it'd be really fun because I
Yeah.
like to do all
Yeah.
that crap.
Yeah, we
honestly.
put
I
a
was
couple
like,
on in
"Man,
high
I
school.
just scared myself. I don't think I'd do really well at it.
No, and
Yeah.
it's interesting because Will and I went to high school together down south, and
boy.
we
House
put
South.
we put one on. Maybe a couple. I put a couple on. Maybe
Yeah, I
you
think-
and I just did the one.
I don't remember.
The one at it was like a county fair.
Yeah.
It was at night. There was this big tent. There were different places you
Yeah.
go. And we got
Yeah.
this friend. He's like 6'5", 315
Oh,
pounds.
Yeah.
good.
Probably closer to 400 pounds.
Yeah, big guy.
Put
Big
him
guy.
in overalls,
Yeah.
put some blood on him.
Yeah, we put this
Scary.
huge mask on him, and he
Oh,
he
that's
like
right.
sat in the corner, and then at the
Yeah.
very end, he gets up and he starts walking towards you, and like we're like, no one's gonna think this is scary. It's just us. Like
Right,
there's
it's just
nothing
us.
scary about.
We're
Like we're
not
just
scary.
like we're like okay,
Yeah.
okay, they're coming, boo, you know. And then they're like, but oddly enough, 90% of the people that
It
came
worked.
through were frightened.
Yeah, it worked.
And I
Well,
guess
you already have that heightened sense of scared when
Right.
you walk in,
Exactly.
so
Right.
anything will trigger you. If you like a fly just runs across your
Yeah.
face, you're gonna get freaked
Yeah.
out by it.
And we did have a chainsaw with no chain on it. And when people were walking through, the times it was so hard to not laugh really hard when the chainsaw didn't go because it was kind of
We'd go,
so.
I was gonna say, I'm getting
Yeah.
it's not
It
working,
would be
but this is really frightening at one point in time.
Exactly. Just give me a minute.
Yep.
Don't move. It's gonna be scary.
But there's one in town I've never been to. We actually just recorded here at the studio. We recorded a voiceover for a commercial for it,
Oh, how fun!
and we got to lower the VO talent's voice to like sound like this.
Oh, cool.
And it's like Louisville Haunted Asylum,
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
I've heard of that.
But there's a zombie city. It's like you walk around,
It's multiple ones,
Right.
in a building. Yes.
and
I've been to those.
Yeah.
I
Gotta-
still don't like them.
we gotta go. We gotta go to that one.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. That'll be fun.
But they do have like a zombie paintball thing
No,
there too.
no,
Are you sure?
No,
Have you-
will. I will stand outside with sandwiches and beer and be like, "Good job, guys!"
Oh, no, I
Let's
definitely want
celebrate."
you to go. Are you
No,
kidding?
I do not want to go in there. You will not make me. I will kick and
I
scream.
want you to take beer in with us. Like, come and we'll all just walk through drinking
I think
beers.
the last one that I went to was Baxter Avenue Morgue, and I just
Oh,
remember
yeah.
myself buried
through
in
that one.
the
Oh, really?
back of someone.
Whew.
My head was
Yeah.
in their hoodie. I don't remember seeing anything.
Right. Well,
and
the
I
worst
was
thing.
fine with that. And then
the
I was
worst
like, I
thing-
spent money on that. That's stupid.
No, it's never.
It's just not.
The worst thing about Baxter Avenue Morgue, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've been through, but they use sound a lot to get you. They have chains and all the you walk through a maze that's made out of
getting anxious
plywood.
just sitting
So they like
Yeah.
slap the chains on plywood, so it's like this big echoey sound right in your
jeez.
face, and that's how they get you because the stuff
it's
that
small
you see
in there too. Like,
Yeah.
it's confined.
it's confined, and you
Yeah.
walk through like little plastic like car washy things.
Oh, yeah.
I went to one in Bowling Green though, where it was basically this thing. It was outdoors, and the best scare. I'll tell you about the best scare in a second. Okay,
Oh my god, I'm getting nervous just sitting here.
but you're walking through the woods, and they have these people that swing through like on harnesses, which was pretty cool.
That's cool. I
There's-
want that job.
Yeah. And there's
that.
there are different little treehouse things, like little buildings you had to crawl through, and in each one there was a scene, and you weren't sure if it was a real or dummies, and it was pretty cool.
Oh, jeez.
I know it sounds really scary, but it was in Bowling Green, and
I don't think are the top scariest places in
the
the
worst
US.
the worst thing is there was this tunnel that you had to walk through, but it was these big inflatable things that pushed up against each other, and they were constantly being filled with air.
Ooh.
So you had to push through and you were
Ew.
like
No.
inside of this thing,
I
and
don't-
all I could think about was all the snotty noses that went through before me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just getting a weird, like, gross image.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
just
But that doesn't
stuff I
sound-
want to
yeah.
take a
Yeah.
bath later.
The
Yeah.
best scare was as you're walking through the woods down this path, a guy runs out at you with a wheelbarrow.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
in the front of the wheelbarrow is the fake mock front of a car, and the headlights are on.
What?
So it comes at you.
Oh.
The lights come on, and it comes like it's driving at you. It's pretty
Interesting.
scary.
You can't see the guy.
You
nor
can't
the
see the guy 'cause of the
All
lights.
you see is the
Right.
front of this.
But then, as soon as the lights go off, it's like a dude with a wheelbarrow, and you're
That's
like,
fun.
that's
that was
actually
good.
genius.
Yeah.
That was very
and that
good.
would terrify me.
That's,
oh my.
That's smart.
That
That'd
was
be a different kind of scare.
Yeah.
That'd be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That would be
You're
like,
dead.
Could you
oh
imagine?
God, I'm about to die. Yeah.
I mean, you're about to die, so just start running.
Right.
And if people are
Exactly.
in your way, you got to move them out of the way. Ugh,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
That's like haunted woods stuff. I can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can deal
Definitely.
with something if it's confined because I can get out
Yeah.
and go. But
Well,
if
it's
you're in
like
a big cornfield,
Yes.
you're the whole cornfield. You're gonna get lost and
Yeah.
things are gonna die. You're screwed.
Yeah. That'll be your last night on Earth.
I don't know.
In a cornfield that some middle schoolers have
And
set up
this
to
is
be a
why I
haunted house.
don't do haunted houses. These are the problems I face. I am the person in the car holding the purses, and
Sure.
I'm fine with that.
I would like to be
fine.
that person too. I would like to hold purses, but
Yeah.
I have to.
When was the last time you went through one? Can you
Oh
remember?
my gosh, high school, which
High
was
school?
like
See?
2007.
Okay, this
So,
is a
okay.
common theme.
It's a common
that-
theme.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that if you went through one,
It's not gonna happen.
like Will, you're going to be fine.
I'm
and-
gonna have to
Yeah.
be really drunk. Like the only way you'll get me there
would make
is
it
if
so
I'm
much more fun.
plastered. But
Yeah.
because I'd be like, I'm fine. Here's my let's do it. Let's do it. And
Yeah.
problem is, I'd probably puke on the workers.
Right.
It would just be
That's
a
not a
mess.
problem.
Actually,
That's
it might
okay.
not end well. But it'd be funny for other people.
people would think you were just part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
She's just a part of the show. Look at her. She's all like sick and stuff.
Yeah.
The Exorcist. She's just possessed. It's fine. No, I just had too
See-
much vodka.
I guess I used to be terrified of them. I used to really dread them, and if I ever got an out to not go, I would feel so relieved. It's like that feeling you feel when you're an adult and like you cancel plans.
Yeah.
It's just so.
It's just like,
it's
my God, I can stay home.
little euphoria
I hate
you feel.
that
Yeah.
feeling, but it's so true. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But and then one it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. I was in my hometown down south. That's just kind of
Where
where
is
it is.
down south?
It's
You're saying, I'm down south.
Monticello, Kentucky. You know where
Okay.
Somerset, Kentucky
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
down there.
We've talked about this. Lake Cumberland.
Yeah, Lake Cumberland. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lots of water.
Lots of
But
water.
I was down there, and all my friends were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go through these haunted houses," and I'm like, "Okay, it's time." You're like, at the time I was like 25.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just gonna go
It's
with these
time.
people, and it was like people in high school then putting on these haunted houses,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
and one of them.
Then I would feel even worse if I got scared. Because I
Right.
got scared by a teeny
Right.
bopper.
Yeah. Exactly.
One of them was really just terrible, and it was like embarrassing. But the other one was so creative and clever
Yeah.
that I'm like, you blew hours out of the water.
Right.
It changed
Yeah.
everything for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it was. And then I just started going, and now I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
I'm into it. I like it.
I remember one time. One time, we got kicked out of a haunted house. It was one of those
Kicked out of one?
Kicked out.
The
yeah.
trailer haunted
It was,
houses,
yeah,
like
it was
at
one
county
of those,
fairs.
Like, yeah, like during the summer. It wasn't during
Oh,
Halloween.
okay,
It was like one of those haunted things you pay tickets to go in.
Oh, okay.
And then you walk through this like
Yeah.
darkened
I mean, I grew up around
maze.
here. I'm used to like Baxter Avenue Morgue and like
Oh, okay.
Industrial
Yeah, no.
Nightmare.
This
I'm not
was
used
like-
to pop-up shop
Yeah, this,
trailer park.
this drove into our town for a week, and
It's
like
gonna
we
get
walked through,
scary.
and the whole shtick for the thing was like you step on these squares in the floor, and
they're
when
a
you
button.
step on it, yeah, it's like a button.
What?
And your weight turns on this light where over a monster mask and this loud noise at you. And we figured that out. That I mean, it's not hard to figure out. But
Kind of
we
like
were walking
Indiana
through.
Jones.
Yeah,
It is a little
exactly.
bit.
Last
And
Crusade.
so we were just doing like rhythms on it, whatever. And you can hear it outside. And so we came out and y'all can't come back in here. Get away, get away.
You've ruined the
Get
secret
away.
for everyone.
We were in there way
now
too
it's a
long.
funny thing.
Yeah. In our defense, though,
Yeah,
they didn't say not to do that.
That is
There
true.
There weren't any signs.
that's true.
It's like we're
You
just
just made
we're just
mom and
getting the
pop
most
mad.
of our
break
money.
anything. Yeah,
It's fine.
We were just making musical. Yeah, musicals happen.
We were making
Yeah.
musical.
So you're not into haunted houses? Are
No.
you into Halloween in general though?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Halloween.
What do you like? What's your favorites? What do you think of?
yeah. What is your favorite?
What is your favorites?
What is your
Favorites
favorite
of
Halloween?
I mean, I guess costumes are fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Coming
What-
from the
what are those?
cosplayer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Typical.
I do like Halloween because I look at Halloween different from cosplay. And some people,
Sure, yeah.
like some of my cosplay friends, are like, Halloween is just like out of
Oh,
my
really?
league.
Posers,
It's
like a
under
bunch
me.
of noobs.
It's
Right.
under me.
Yeah.
And I look at it as Halloween. I don't ever think about except what I want to do. Like if I have a party to go to, then I'll think of a costume. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
won't make it. I'll go out and buy it. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
something
yeah.
so off the wall that people are just
Right.
be like, what?
Like
Yeah.
the mashups and like I have
You're
a
gonna,
f-
what
I have
I
a
just did, the what? You guys will say once I tell you what I'm doing for Halloween.
Oh yeah. Do
let's
it.
hear it. Yeah.
Do it.
I'm gonna be Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rough Rider Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
I'm like actually Teddy. I'm not like, I'm a cute hot girl version. No,
Right.
I'm like a mustache.
Right.
I will have
You're dressing up.
cargos and a gun.
Although I do have to say, I would be really interested to see what like a cute girl Teddy Roosevelt
Yeah.
would look like.
Because there
I'm
would
gonna
still
have my
be a
hair in a
mustache.
There'd have to be a
ponytail.
mustache,
But
right?
I have the hat and like the monocle. But
Yeah.
I'm getting like mustache and like I'm
Oh.
wearing stuff that is not going to be really form figuring. At least I don't want it to at the time. I haven't
Right.
gotten any of this, by the way. It's all
You
in
don't
my
want to show off the Teddy form.
No,
No.
I want it to be like she's what? Like that's what I want people to think.
What is going on?
She could
I
be
like
the
it.
cutest Teddy Roosevelt, like, oh, I'm Teddy Roosevelt,
Yeah.
cute. But I'm like, no, I'm Teddy. I have this bear. I'm strapping it to my
That's right.
back.
I'm gonna make the national parks.
Yes.
You say that.
Do it, Rough
Um,
Rider Teddy.
I think it'd be super funny. Have you ever
Yeah.
done like you said you go out and buy stuff
Yeah.
as opposed to like
Goodwill.
listeners should know because you've been on the podcast before.
Yes.
But you make costumes
I do.
that are of legit quality.
Thank you.
That are not like
That makes me feel good.
not like you went out
I
and
don't
bought 'em.
shop at Party City
Exactly.
unless it's for something disposable for like Dragon Con,
Right,
which
right,
we can
right.
get into that later.
Or like
But-
a party.
or like a party,
or like a party.
Yeah.
I think it would be super funny. And you may have done this, I don't know, but like to see you show up to a party knowing who you are, if you're like in like one of those like ketchup dispenser outfits, or, you know what I mean? Just
I've wanted
something
to so bad.
awful.
My roommate
Just-
has a taco costume, and I have just tacos are my favorite things
Yeah.
in the world, and I just want to wear it. And people are like, Amanda, we were really thinking so much better, and I was like, I
Right.
was not. I have an actual legit convention the week after that I'm
Yeah.
making this 350-hour costume for. This I can put on in 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
That's just because I just like to mess with people.
That's awesome.
I like to Google dog costumes.
Oh my god, that's great. I like to Google
Costumes-
cat costumes.
Costumes
That's a really big thing
for
on
these
Instagram
animals?
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
I saw
human
one-
costumes.
I saw
of
one the
dogs.
other day is I'll try to explain it. It's a dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a costume.
Yeah.
That's the premise. But the front half of him, his front
Oh.
legs are the human legs.
I know what you're talking about.
And
Oh.
there's this big thing hanging off the front of him. It's a Marshall amplifier.
Oh.
And there's like hair. The dog has hair.
What?
And then the back of how does it?
Is this it? Turn up to 11?
But it basically looks like this dog's this rocker trying to carry this amplifier, but
Oh.
it can't.
So funny.
I turned it up to 11.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Oh, I love those. I've seen there's a bunch of them out there for. It's better for like the small dogs because you can catch a video of them at
Yeah.
an angle to where it looks like it's just this weird like Ewok
Oh,
coming at
seen?
you.
Have you seen the
So
spider
cute.
dog prank?
Oh, yeah.
It's like this. It's like a French or something show, and
something weird.
they just this little really feisty dog. They put a spider costume on him, and the
Yeah.
legs kind of hang out.
Yeah.
And they kind of do this when
Yeah.
he runs, and they look for people at night by themselves, like going into like elevators and stuff, and then they put a
This is
camera
a-
on them
this
and
is my
unleash the
nightmare.
dog,
Oh my god!
and they just freak, and they just
God. That's like
just a
number
dog.
one nightmare.
Oh.
Like you're by yourself
By
and a
yourself.
dog-sized spider comes
Right.
at you. That would be.
I would try my hardest to get it recorded. Just knowing me, I'd be like, "Get phone,
Yeah,
go,
wait,
go,
wait,
phone,
this is
go!"
great.
Wait, I'm terrified at the same. I don't know what to feel.
I'm about to
I don't know
die.
how
Let
to
me get
feel.
up.
What is going on?
But it's just so happy to see you and like wants to love.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Spider.
And you're still not
Spider.
over the. Oh my god! What are you? Weird morphic thing? I don't know. Yes, costumes.
Costumes.
Costumes. Yeah. So we were one of the things we should talk about since you're here is the
Yeah.
differences. I mean, you've already sort of talked about it, but the differences between like cosplay and like Halloween costumes. So
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
this question. I get it every year, and
yeah.
I have a lot of people who are very different on it. I look at it as Halloween's a holiday, and
Yeah.
people just can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
And for cosplayers, if they want to participate it, just do what you want.
Yeah.
Don't look down on people if they only spend $30 on Party City for
Oh,
a
right, yeah.
sexy SpongeBob. But like, as much as I
Oh,
want
that's
to
a
be a
good
sexy
idea.
SpongeBob,
I'll
and
do
I
it.
love SpongeBob, but like to me, I would never do something like that.
Right.
That's just not how I look at it. But it just what problems that I get into is into when people who take their Halloween costumes and try to pass it off as a handmade
Oh, I
costume that I'm judging like
Right.
a costume contest at. I'm like, I can see that Party City price tag
Right.
that you're hiding. Like,
Yeah.
stop that. That's what I don't like.
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, I would definitely like. if I was, oh crap, I'm going to an amazing party and I don't have anything together. Amanda, you have so much costumes. I'm like, I'm not wearing any of those to a party.
Yeah.
A, because I know I'll be drinking and I know people are gross and I have too much care into my costumes and wigs that I will never do that.
Yep.
And I have like a set of wigs and I'm like, these are the wigs I can party in. These are the wigs I cannot party in. And I do it. I've done like different versions of Ariel a bunch of years. Just
Party Ariel and
I've
business
done
Ariel.
Party Ariel. Last year I actually did Zombie Ariel and I did all this fake make. Oh, it was awesome. I blocked out my eye.
Nice.
Which, by the way, PSA to anyone out there who wants to do special effects makeup for Halloween and they have this really cool look, but you're blocking out your eye, which basically you're covering your eye with a piece of foam and then just making it look like someone gouged your eyeball out.
Yeah.
When you're drinking, everything hits you twice as fast because you lose your balance very
interesting.
quickly.
Oh,
I
that
was
makes sense.
partying with my friends out at Baxter's last year, and I was 2 beers in and I could not stand up.
And
it wasn't because I was drunk; it was because my balance was gone. I just couldn't stand up straight.
Did you have to gouge your gouged eyeball off?
I actually have a video of me ripping it off. And it's the weirdest looking thing because it's like all this latex peel stuff off of my face, but like. It was rough. I had to get a taxi and end the party early because I couldn't stand up. And I felt so sick. And I was like, God, this was stupid. So I'm trying to tell everybody.
That's interesting.
Open your eyes, kids.
Right.
If you want to block out your eyes, do it for like 2 hours.
Also, for all you pirates out there, make sure to pull that patch up every now and then.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
Equilibrium is a thing, especially if you're drinking.
All you Nick Furies out there.
All your Nick Furies, watch your eye patches.
That's right.
I was just saying, I think we ended up at Baxter last year.
Yeah, we did.
Weird. If you saw an Ariel walking around pale and have I had fishes like all over me, looked like they were like sucking my blood.
Starfish eye. I think.
Starfish eye. Yeah, that's
multiple starfishing.
Yeah,
starfishing.
Yeah, I think they had a band in the back. Last year. He was
did have
Arrow.
a band in the back.
Yeah,
I was back there.
So yes, we
probably ran into each other.
Yeah,
creepily. Although you would have easily known me because I'm like, who is that drunk Ariel? Like she is having problems. So I'm like, I'm not drunk. I can't stand up. I just can't stand up. It was bad. Anyways, that's why I'm going with Teddy this year.
There you go. Yeah, totally.
I like Teddy Roosevelt.
So last year we went with Joe's Arrow, and our buddy Jake was Deathstroke, and I was Captain America. So not the same universe,
right?
Cardboard Captain America.
Actually, my shield was cardboard.
Yay!
It was cardboard and duct tape. It was
like
cardboard and duct tape, as was my helmet.
That's beautiful.
It was also cardboard.
But
and
he
duct
did
tape.
it well.
That's great.
It was fine.
You
He
do it well.
helped
Just
as well. So
don't tell me you bought it at Party City and try to pass it off.
No,
as your
actually,
own
what I'm going to
costume.
do is build it out of cardboard and then tell you I bought it at Party City, and you'll be like,
I'd be like,
no,
really?
It would
How
be
much
better.
money did you spend on that?
It would be better than that.
Actually, probably should.
Yeah. But so this year we're thinking. Joe's thinking.
I'm going to do the, it's funny you mentioned covering your eye up.
Oh,
I'm going to cover both of mine up.
Oh, geez.
I'm going to do the Netflix Daredevil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's got like the ropes, the bloody ropes around his hands after he beats all these Russian dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
now, are you going to party and drink? Because you won't be able to move or see.
Well, here's the thing, though.
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. I could do this.
You can just
lift it up. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
everyone. I just, so you couldn't see me.
Nobody can see
I
that.
just put my hand as if I were lifting it up over my eyes.
Just do that every 5 minutes. Get a good and like I'm telling you, it was rough, dude. Like it was rough. I'm trying to tell. It's like it's so hard to say, but I couldn't take it off because it was latex to my face and it had all of the special effects makeup. It would have looked terrible. But I just want to warn you.
That is really interesting. I wouldn't have thought about
equilibrium is a thing to keep balance. Especially if you're
2
drinking.
eyes helps with equilibrium. That's interesting.
It really does.
Who'd have thought?
It really does.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah. Wait. So Joe, how are you going to be able to see at all?
Yeah.
Like when you're not pulling your mask up. I know you're going to pull. He did the mask pull up again. Everybody.
I did it.
I just keep doing it. I'm like, he did a mask.
No, it's like a spandexy.
It's like you can see through the fabric.
You can see through it. I mean, it's
okay.
It's not.
It's not
clear,
like
but
mesh, but like
you can.
It's visible.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's
nice.
good. You probably will be able to see better than obviously I did. With mine was foam. Couldn't see anything through it.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
It felt so weird. But opening my eye. After.
I tested about 6 or 7 fabrics over there at Hancock Fabrics.
Oh, the Hancock fabrics.
I looked up. So he's doing Daredevil. I'm going to do the Punisher.
Okay.
And I looked up just because I wanted to see
Which Punisher?
Yeah, that's the question. I looked up the Punisher costumes.
I like classic Punisher.
See, okay, I
Like
looked up
squeaky
Punisher
clean
costumes,
Punisher.
and I was looking, and I saw this one. And I thought it was hilarious. I'm not going to do it, but look at that thing. It's got fake muscles in it, I
It
think.
is so masculine.
Isn't that
I can't
great?
even
There-
hold this right.
Folks, there are white go-go boots on this. On this
White
Punisher
go-go boots,
that
white
I'm-
gloves.
yeah.
The model looks like Taylor Lautner, the guy from Twilight.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
The wolf
Okay.
guy.
The
I know
wolf guy.
The wolf guy.
Yeah.
I call him Wolf Boy.
Yeah.
That's just, it's so bad but great.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to do that, but
Darn it.
if you want to see that,
I would.
It's
pretty
so squeaky
great.
clean.
Yeah.
I feel like I can like
It's like
hear
it's
you
like,
walking with the,
right.
the vinyl rubbing together.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
That's
I
not-
just invented the Punisher. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I haven't yet
We-
done anything.
we
I'm
have not-
so I look so good.
It's like
We haven't developed this character at all.
No,
The Punisher.
The boots are still white. He hasn't done much
Yeah.
business.
No. So
it's like the pretty boy.
He's
Yeah.
such
version.
a pretty boy.
yeah,
you go.
I'm actually gonna get I'm just gonna get black clothes and black boots and get a paintball vest.
Yeah. Okay.
And put a weird.
With the
Skull.
skull.
I gotta just
Are you
put
gonna
skull
like
on
do
there,
a
boom,
stencil
Punisher.
or?
You know, I don't know. I want to try to get like the gnarly, like you can make out that it's a skull kind of thing going on, but not like the clean skull logo look. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Nope.
No.
Okay. some of the Punisher stuff, it's like real, like almost like modern art looking.
Oh.
It looks abstracted.
I know what you're
It's
talking
like
about.
just white.
Stuff that's on like the covers of the graphic novels.
yeah.
Like,
It's like
Right.
white and it's like kind of real messy, and the borders are hard
Yeah.
to make out. But
I like
if you look at it, it's got the shades in the right
Yeah.
place to be the skull.
I
Things
think
like
the
that.
important thing is to bruise and batter your face up real nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And
Most
maybe
definitely.
Watch out for the eye.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
cover them.
Don't cover it.
Unlike what you're doing. Daredevil.
Maybe don't cover your eyes.
I won't. I can see. I'm the Punisher. So
So
True.
it's good. I think Will and I just, Halloween's an excuse for you to do something kind of silly.
yeah,
It's an excuse for us to be superheroes.
that's right.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's great. That's how
Yeah.
you see your Halloween. My Halloween is an excuse to me be something that I don't think I can cosplay at a con.
yeah.
Like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
As much as I love history
Although, let's-
and presidents.
Let's not dismiss that out of hand.
Okay, that's true.
Right.
Like I could, but like that's not
You're
what.
not
That's
gonna-
not my type of
right.
cosplay.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
a costume.
Yeah.
That's a fun. Oh my God, Amanda's a president. She's so weird. Kind of costume.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That'll be great.
Buck stops here. Wait, hold on. Is that the right quote?
I don't
No,
think
that-
so.
I just
What
lost
was-
like 5 credit points of
what
history.
Was
I'm sorry.
what was the Teddy Roosevelt quote? Does anybody know?
Carry a big stick.
Maybe. Yeah, is that right?
I think so. It's
Walk-
one of those two.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
the
Walk
buck stops
hard
here might be
and carry a-
walk hard. No, not walk hard. Buck stops here. I think is Harry Truman.
Okay. I have no
I'm
idea.
a really big history buff. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I have
National
no
parks.
idea.
I know national parks.
Yeah,
I got Roosevelt.
This Teddy
got
actually that I'm
Teddy
doing is a
for-
Rough Rider Teddy, which is
Okay,
before he
cool.
was president. So when he was fighting in the Mexican-American War.
Right.
So he's a little more cargo.
So does that mean? Yeah, I was gonna say. So you're gonna have the hat with like the one
Yep.
side up.
The one side
Yeah,
up.
Nice.
Actually, this is before he got his monocle. So,
So it's gonna be
forgetting
the
really
little two glasses.
the glasses, the
lensed.
handlebar mustache,
Right.
the little bandana, lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
cargo.
Yeah.
I'll have a bear strapped to my back.
Right.
I'd like to have a BB gun with me, but I don't think I can get into clubs with that.
Well, you'd be surprised. I took a bow and arrow in.
Yeah, true.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I
mean-
don't think they let me in with a Red Rider 200 carbine action Major Auto rifle. For the compass of the
You know
stock.
why they won't let you
And I
in?
think that Wichita's
Because
not.
you'll shoot your eye out.
I'll
And
shoot
then,
my eye.
then you'll get dizzy and have to go home early.
That's right.
Like, damn, she's back again. That struggle
all
bus
comes-
aerial.
It all comes back around. Well done.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Well done.
I'm just known in this town as the weird girl who does the costumes. But they look so good.
You should probably do Teddy at a con sometime. Just,
I might.
Just show up, not working, just
Yeah.
not there as you.
Yeah.
Jedi Amanda's not appearing at this place.
It's just Teddy Roosevelt.
You show it's just Teddy. You know.
I just like explaining it to people because they're just like, why?
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah. Why would you not do that?
I have an image of him on my phone. I keep looking at it, and I'm like, yes, this is gonna be fun. And now, if I get my costume done for Wizard World, it's all. Yeah. If I get what I'm planning to do for Wizard World done before Halloween, which I don't know, it's cutting it really close. If Teddy will happen or not.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. What have you been up to Jedimanda wise?
I've been up to
since we've seen you.
Well, since you've seen me, that was
like, I don't even remember when that was. It was a while back. It was like
after
early this year.
ColossalCon. That was in June.
June? Was it June?
Yeah.
It was pre Derby City.
It was.
Okay.
Because we spoke about it.
Right. Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I've done. I did D23.
Cool.
Which is in Anaheim, California. That story that I was telling you guys about, that long drive. If you want me to tell it, I can tell it to you now. How much you guys helped me get through it.
Let's do it.
I'm glad.
Okay, so
I'm excited.
Anaheim, California is very far away.
It is.
It is.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So I had a
solid 3-hour drive from here. Probably.
I wish. I had a 3-day pass, and I was in the costume contest. D23 is Disney's convention, so it's a really big freaking deal for my type stuff, which is Star Wars, Disney. That's my thing. And so I entered an online submission contest for the costume contest to be in it, and I was chosen as a finalist. So, and I wore my big Ariel ball gown, took it all year to make it. Really big deal. That was like my year goal. Every year I have one cosplay year goal, and that was this year. So it was to be in the D23 costume contest as Ariel. That was it. I didn't think I was going to win. I didn't really care. I just wanted to be there. Yeah. And California for conventions are a whole different ball game than Kentucky conventions.
Yeah.
So I'm on my way to California I left on Thursday afternoon, and I was supposed to arrive Thursday evening. My friends were going to pick me up from the Orange County airport, which is where Anaheim is. I flew out of Louisville. First flight, fine. Went to Vegas. And as our plane is landing in Vegas, I'm looking out the window and I'm like, what the hell? It's raining. It's raining in Vegas. Yeah. I was like, this is a white elephant. Like, okay, this is odd. And so, we touched down, and, you can see everybody on the plane has this really weird, confused look. And I'm like, oh, it's weird. So all of our phones start going off because we all turn them back on. And it was like a flash flood warning for Vegas. And we're like, this is crazy. Okay. So I'm like, it's just water. It's just rain. It happens all the time. Planes take off and rain all the time. It's no big deal. So I get off the plane. I have about an hour and a half in between my flights from Vegas to Santa Ana, which was about a half an hour flight, and it's about 3.5, 4 hours Vegas to Santa Ana. And so about a half an hour before the gate opens, I notice all the people at my gate that I'm supposed to be leaving to go to Santa Ana, they're all still there. And it's the people that were going to Chicago, and their flight just got canceled. And people are pissed, angry. I just would never want to be a flight operations worker for any airline.
Yeah, you don't want to deliver that news.
No, you don't want to deliver that news. I felt so sorry for that lady who was trying to deal with these people that apparently there for hours and hours. Yeah. So basically, I don't know what happened, and if this is actual real rule they can do, but they were like, okay, all right, Chicago people, stop. We have you on the plane that the Santa Ana people were going to go, and it's leaving now. And if you want to go, get on the plane now. And all of Santa Ana people are like, whoa, that's our flight. Whoa.
We can be rude and mean too.
Yeah.
Right.
We were just all of us sitting here with our coffee, nothing going on. And the Chicago people are like, finally, done. All the Santa Ana people are like, what? And our flight's just canceled. And there was no flight out the night after that. That was about 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, no, because the costume contest is Friday and 10 a.m. is the check-in. I have to be there. Yeah. This is my one thing I wanted to do this year. Holy hell. I've never been on a canceled flight. I've never had a flight canceled ever, and be by myself. So I am just panic. Yeah. Panic has set in, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. I got to find my luggage. That's my first instance, was find my luggage. And they were like, oh, well, ma'am, we think your luggage might be on its way to Chicago. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, it can't be on its way to Chicago. What's in there is my babies. I go on and they're like, your case is not any better than anybody else's. Like, sorry. And I'm like, At this point, I start getting really anxious and I have like panic attacks and I'm trying to find my luggage. And as I'm going down to the baggage claim, which they're like, go check the baggage claim. If you're on this flight, it might still be here. And I was like, it better be here. Southwest, are you going to hear a very angry email? I'm going down to the baggage claim, and if you've ever been in the Vegas airport, it kind of goes at a descending level. Everything is just downhill, and you can you're going down the escalators, you see the entire baggage claim area. It is chock full of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
As I'm going down, I see Southwest putting like computer paper pieces on the walls down where the Southwest baggage claim, and it's what I see is that it's the places that planes were going to go to with bags in front of them. 14 flights were canceled that night. 14.
Wow.
So the baggage claim line,
Yeah.
of course, is wrapped around the whole baggage claim.
Yeah.
And this is about 10 o'clock at night, and I'm not the only one. And I can't find my luggage anywhere. And so basically what happens is that I can't get a flight out anytime. I have to drive.
Yeah.
There's no choice. I have to rent a car and drive, which is another thing I've never done.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an adult weekend.
Yeah.
Not adult as in, party adult as in I had responsibilities.
Yeah.
Hardcore ones. And so after a very unfortunate panic attack in the bathroom to where I got consoled by a Jamaican janitor from Southwest Airlines who was really sweet, but I couldn't understand a goddamn word she was saying. But she was so nice and comforting. After she calmed me down, I was able to find my luggage, and it was with security on the other side of the Vegas airport. So I was able to go over there and grab it. And this is around midnight, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to drive. I have to drive. It's midnight, and I'm traveling all day.
Oh, jeez.
And so
Yeah.
I end up getting my luggage, going and renting a car from Hertz, and getting in the car, and it's 12:30, and I'm like, I'm going to drive to Anaheim, California. Okay, here we go. So I get a Red Bull,
Yeah.
and do the first leg of the trip. I'm falling asleep bad. And if you've ever driven from Vegas to California, it is a very long and dark drive at night. There is no highway lights.
Yeah,
right.
it's just like
No,
Oh,
it's
jeez.
just dark.
Desert,
It's
right?
desert. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just pure desert.
Wow,
and there's
this
not
was
many
an
people.
adult
This
weekend.
is an adult weekend.
That's, yeah.
And so my boyfriend, bless his heart, could be on the phone with me for so long, but that time difference, I was talking to him. It was like 4 a.m. here. It was
Oh,
1 a.m.
geez.
there. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, babe. I gotta go. I was like, okay, it's fine. I was like, what am I going to do? So the first leg is about an hour in. I'm like, I'm getting really tired. I'm dozing off. And so I pull over. I get another Red Bull, and I keep going, and about halfway through the trip, I'm dozing off again. I'm like, this is crap. And I was like, I've got to listen to something, people talking. And I was like, Villain District Podcast. So I pulled you guys up.
Dun, da, da,
At
da, 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 da,
2
da.
in the morning on my way, I listened to our old podcast and some other podcasts,
Nice.
and end up stopping for another stop and got a 5-hour energy shot and some Ruffles sour cream and cheddar, and I
that
was
sounds
just
good.
awake.
That does sound good.
And I was happy, and I was
Nice.
like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it. I'll just never forget driving into the LA metro area with like my hands risen like Rocky. But I can't believe I did this. And so
That's
I was
pretty
like,
fantastic.
I gotta tell the Villain guys that you all helped me get through that
That's great.
4-hour drive from Vegas to Anaheim in the very early morning of Friday.
That's awesome.
You hear that, listeners?
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
And
We
it
are
really,
good for
you really
something.
helped. And I was just really excited that I actually got to the hotel. And then my people that
Yeah.
I was staying with, they were really sweet, and they were like, "We're gonna have my phone next to you as soon as you get in. One of us will be there to open the door." And they were like, "Oh my God, you made it!" I was like, "I can't believe I made it. I have 2.5 hours of sleep before I have to be up and ready." Oh
man.
my God!
Yeah.
But I made it. I got it through. Whatever. But you guys helped me out. Thank you.
That's awesome.
You are welcome.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we did it.
5-hour energy, a bag of Ruffles, sour cream and Lay's,
Yeah.
and your all's podcast.
Yeah.
Plus, I listened to Aziz Ansari.
Oh,
comedian.
nice.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Very
He's
good.
great.
Yeah.
I
there you
find that when we used to tour a lot, doing the band thing, I used to always end up being the overnight driver because everyone else was just a bunch of babies.
Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had this thing, what I like to call survivor mode.
Oh.
And
Please
survivor
tell.
mode is this thing where you just completely psych yourself out and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, if you fall asleep, everyone's dead.
I did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I
But-
did that with the
and
stops that I did. I looked at myself and said,
once you really fall into survivor mode,
Yeah.
no sleeping for you. Not, if you're done driving and someone else takes over, go in the back, lay down, your eyes wide open. You're in survivor mode still.
Yeah.
There's no turning it off.
Yeah.
It's strange.
It's strange.
And that did hit me. And my Ford Taurus. No, it wasn't. It was a Kia. Some kind of Kia car. I don't know what kind of car it was.
Y'all were in it together.
We were in it together. But
Yeah.
I remember stopping and going into the bathroom and like looking myself in the mirror and be like, it is 3:30 in the morning, Amanda. You have another hour. Like, it is just you.
Yeah.
You wake up.
Wake up. Comedy does help.
It really does, because you can listen to it and laugh, and that wakes you up. But 5 Hour Energies do work also, which I wasn't a proponent of them.
That's true.
Right,
but you have to take it in one shot. You can't sip it.
I have
You
done
can't
that.
just drink it. You got to shot it.
Shoot it. Yep.
And then throw it away.
Absolutely. I will say, just to clarify for everybody and for Amanda, when you went into survivor mode and everybody else was a baby, this was after I left the band.
Right, Will wasn't there.
I was a badass driver. Let me just throw that out there. I drove from Michigan to Kentucky, one shot.
Ooh.
Nobody else.
Boom.
Ooh,
8
that's
hours.
That's a hard drive.
I did it.
It's pretty gnarly.
I did.
I don't remember.
In like March. It was the end of that big tour that I went on.
I just don't remember that being you.
It was me the whole time.
I take credit.
It was
me. This
me.
is going to be a horror podcast. And I was telling these really
That's right.
strange survival stories.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put like some just terrible, like terribly intense or like suspenseful music
Please
underneath
do,
it all.
because I can. Every time I tell the story again, I can like feel myself in that survivor mode again. But I will tell you, the desert at 4 a.m. is beautiful.
I can imagine, yeah.
And so is LA, because actually I didn't hit any traffic.
Nice.
Wow.
No traffic.
See, driving late at night, it's always weird. The weirdest time for me that I ever drove late at night was close to Halloween. Me and my girlfriend and her sister and her boyfriend at the time were driving to Washington, D.C. from Kentucky. We were driving to go to Jon Stewart's rally.
Oh, fun.
Whenever that happened. And so it was just me and the other guy that was with me. And we were driving, and we were going through like West Virginia at like 2 a.m.
Like the hilly part?
The hilly part,
that
like
interstate
the
just
Appalachian Mountains. We were going there at like 2 a.m. and because it was close to Halloween, the weird FM radio station
kept hearing banjos.
No, the FM radio station was playing this nice sounding music, and then like we turned it on, and when the song was over, they were like, and that was Charles Manson from like his early days as a musician, because
and
it's
you're just
close
like
to Halloween.
totally like psyched out.
Right now.
And there were pickup trucks driving past us and stuff.
No.
We were like, don't stop. Don't bother us, please.
Oh my God.
Just let us go. Sorry, West Virginians. I'm scared of your state at night.
That state also does not have highway lights.
Right, yes.
So
it was
it is hard.
pitch black.
Pitch black.
For sure.
I think the roughest drive we ever made was from Wichita, Kansas to wherever the Grand Canyon is.
Vegas.
Arizona?
That's
Somewhere.
I think
that's Nevada, Arizona.
Nevada,
area.
Arizona.
Yeah, it was like a 21-hour drive, and we shot it straight.
Whew.
And there were like 8 of us in the van at the
See,
time.
now you're
so-
making my story worse, because that was just a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
but you were
had
alone.
I had
I was
backup.
alone.
You were alone.
We were-
and already tired.
That's
Like we could take
intense.
turns sleeping, and
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
wasn't driving, and if I didn't have to kick into survivor mode or whatever, then I was good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
True.
I never want to do that again.
Yeah.
I hate driving alone. But at night and
Yeah.
to a place,
Yeah.
that's hard.
Sure.
That's so hard.
That's true. Yeah,
It was all Southwest's fault.
but podcasts. When I discovered podcasts, driving became that much better.
Much
Yeah,
better.
for
It
sure.
really does.
It's engaging.
It does.
It
Like
really is. I have
Yeah.
several podcasts that I follow now, and that, I mean, I can't. It's so weird to say that, like, it really did help, like, get through that, because I at first had music going, and I was like, no
Yeah.
matter
No,
how
it
hard
doesn't- it's
metal I could listen to,
It doesn't do the same thing.
No,
It's
you have to have
like
people talking.
you know what's gonna happen. You know that they're gonna go to the chorus again.
Yeah.
and-
I will say the last half hour into Anaheim, because I was
Yeah.
getting really excited, I did switch over to Disney Tunes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because
Though.
I
Yeah,
was going to
that's good.
Disneyland.
You're- yeah,
and
yeah.
I wanted to, like, Disney
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah, you were at that. You crossed that threshold
Yeah.
of like new, exciting. I can't believe
Yes,
I'm here.
and it was so strange because I was traveling in and I was like, I am in Anaheim in a car by myself, and I haven't told my parents yet, which was another fun thing. I just sent them a text as soon as I got to the hotel, which was I remember getting in at 4:30, 4:35, and I just sent my mom a text. I was like, hey, Mom, so I'm just now getting to the hotel. Call me around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I will give you this story. I'm fine. It was a really hard night. And I just get this call the next morning. What happened? And I was like, Mom, I knew if I would have told you, you would have been on your way to Vegas.
Right.
I just know you. And my dad actually thanked me. He was like, thank you for not telling us, because you would have had us all up all night. And I'm like, you guys could have done anything. I was fine. I was just driving. And like, the only thing you could have done is been on the phone with me, which would have made all parties worse.
Sure.
So.
But then again,
I justified it.
At like 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like 6 here, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
right.
If your parents are early risers...
No, they got that text in real time, like here. They were like, what? Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So what I'm hearing you say is don't drive in the middle of the night through the desert unless you have to.
Yeah.
And also... don't you can do cosplay for Halloween, but don't do Halloween costumes for cosplay.
Only if you're trying to pass it off as your actual cosplay. I have judged and been to many contests and conventions where a lot of people will wear Party City outfits, and it's not a bad thing. I know several people around in Louisville that their main costumes are stuff they've bought from Party City or Goodwill, and they just work it.
Right.
They work it.
Go for it.
Like,
you know what I've
craft
noticed
is not as much of the part of it for them.
No, to them it's the character.
What I've noticed, I think I've seen one homemade costume of this ever. But the biggest one I see is Spider-Man.
Yeah. Because that costume is very hard to make.
I was going to say that would be hard.
No, like the one guy I saw try and make it, I want to say it was like in San Diego at that at the big one. But like Comic-Con? I guess he had worn it a lot because he used like the squirty fabric puff paint. Mm-hmm. He used that for the webbing, and it was all cracked and
There are certain suits out there that people suggest never to really make because they're printed. They're printed on fabric. They're called dye subs.
Yeah.
And you basically just order a big freaking sheet of it. If you want to make your Spider-Man, you can buy a dye sub from somebody who has a giant ass printer and prints it on Lycra, which is like just stretchy fabric spandex.
Yeah.
And then they'll send it to you, and then you put it together.
Okay.
So you stitch it together. And to me, you made that.
Sure.
But also tell me, and I can tell that's printed fabric. You didn't take puffy paint and do the Spider-Man logo. But you usually do, and like I can also just tell by just looking at it. It's easy.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, you stitch together, which is a very tough, especially if you're a novice stitcher. Like stitching spandex is very difficult, and curves, which is what a lot of bodysuits are, is very hard. And to get that fit perfect, it's difficult. So I always give props to people who make their own bodysuits, aka like Spider-Man.
Yeah, definitely.
Stuff.
That sounds very difficult.
That
sounds hard.
It is hard.
I can't do that.
People have come to me and asked me to stitch it for them. Yeah. And usually I don't have the time, and I really don't want to.
Nobody got time for that.
But it's just a lot of more time, so it'd be like higher labor costs on my end. And for that person, they don't understand how much time it takes to really do it, because they think, I got it in pieces. All I gotta do is stitch it together.
Right.
It's like I honestly I'll give you like $50.
$50?
I'll really make it worth it.
Thanks, man. Add a zero, then we'll talk.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about some music?
Sure.
Music.
Do you want to do that?
We'll talk about some music.
I like music.
Here's my thought.
Okay.
I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and do the other segment. Does that work?
All right.
Segment.
So it's going to be music time?
Part 2.
And then we'll talk about this stuff?
Yeah, I like music time.
Okay. Let's do music time.
Music's terrible.
Do you want to introduce music time?
Music time? I don't know how to introduce music time. I guess the ones that I didn't watch were not your music episodes or listen to.
I feel like that's it.
I'm sorry.
You can just make it up. You can say whatever you want.
It's music time. Let's do it. Yeah!
Music time with your favorite guys. Everybody sings with us. Everybody's happy because it's music and music time with your favorite guys. Hi. This is my call to my brothers and sisters. We're not going to be talking about this torture porn stuff that you kids are watching.
No,
We don't want to watch anybody putting drills in people's kneecaps.
No, with your Eli Roths and your
Even though I love Eli Roth.
Okay,
He's
I like
pretty
Inglourious
cool.
Bastards.
He's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah. All right.
But
he's
I
pretty
can't
cool.
sit
With your
through
Eli
Hostel.
Roth written and directed films,
Yeah.
and your
Yeah, he's too much for me. Even though
that's
he's
not
a
for me.
great guy.
And your cannibal holocausts and all your stuff. We're not talking about. So we're going to talk about some. We're going to talk about some music and some horror movies.
Yay! I like music and
Yes.
horror.
And,
I love film soundtracks. It's my favorite thing to listen to.
Oh,
actually.
nice. That's 2 guests in a row.
2 guests in a row.
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a huge. I actually.
He loves
I'm
soundtracks.
what you would call an aspiring film composer.
Really?
So I really
That's right.
like that. kind
Did
of
you
thing.
see John
So-
Williams when he was here last year?
What?
I
Dude.
did.
No, I heard about it. That's
It was a
awesome. That's
beautiful thing.
fantastic.
I've never cried over a 75-year-old man before.
Yeah, that sounds
did.
fantastic.
That's awesome.
Was he just here, or
He
did
was
he like?
here January of last year. Played with the Louisville Orchestra, sold out crowd.
You were effing kidding me.
Nope,
That
he
is
played
crazy.
all of his big hits.
Yeah.
So it was all of the Jaws, Star Wars, Harry Potter.
Right. Oh,
Jeez.
good
I mean,
God.
it was
Oh, my God.
everything. And my father and I are huge. He got me into Star Wars, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Superman.
Like, we're in
Don't
the
forget
he played
Superman.
Superman.
Right, Superman.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones was my dad's. That was what my dad was for. I was for the Star Wars. He was there for the Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Sure.
And like we were just sitting back there and like just kept looking and like kidding each other, like slapping. I'm like, Dad, this is really happening. Like
That
John
is
Williams
serious.
is in our presence. And then
That's
when they
so
started
neat.
playing
You're-
the Star Wars with the Louisville Orchestra, I had a tear. I
You're
was
giving me
like,
goosebumps over here. Like,
Yeah.
It was great.
That is
He had like
so-
8 encores.
That is so cool.
He was tired
That's
at the end of the night.
A couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I got an email, like a email blast, and it was about Danny Elfman and Tim Burton in
Yes.
London were going to, one time only.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Danny was going to sing and perform.
No.
Yeah, Jack Skellington
with this
stuff.
some London, probably the London Orchestra,
Probably
and Tim
London
Burton
Symphony.
was going to be there, and they were going to do all the big classic
Yeah.
Tim Burton, Danny Elfman songs,
Yeah.
and Danny Elfman was going to sing all his Jack Skellington stuff,
Oh,
and
that's crazy.
See,
I
now
got that
Now I know
email.
how you feel.
and I was trying to figure
You were
out
like,
how
how
to
can I
get
get to
over there.
London?
Honestly, I was like, come on,
Yeah.
but
At least
John
don't tell
Williams
me
here.
about it.
I'm
John
just really
Williams
upset
was
about
here
this.
with the Louisville Orchestra.
I'm really
I have
upset
video.
about this.
I actually took my Star Wars LP album with me,
Oh.
hoping I can find them to get it signed. I
Yeah.
had my Sharpie. I was like, I've never fangirled after an old man.
Yeah.
But he is an old guy, and he's the coolest freaking dude ever. Anyways, to the subject
That's
of horror.
no, that's a fine subject.
It's a
That's
wonderful thing. I
amazing.
dressed up. I mean, it was a sold out crowd.
Jeez.
It was a wonderful night. My dad and I had a great time.
That's so cool.
Warning, contains gore. Oh.
Yeah, this shouldn't really contain much
Yeah.
gore.
just at the very end.
I watched
Yeah.
a really gross X-Files episode last night.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't that gross. That's the
the
problem.
the toilet feeding monster with the mouth.
I don't know. I haven't
the
gotten
big-
there yet. I literally just started watching X-Files.
Oh, nice.
Did I say, what did I say? X-Men?
No, you said
No,
X-Files.
you said X-Files.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just started watching it with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm on
it's
episode
fantastic.
It's a great show. Yeah,
Of
it's
season
super
one.
fun.
It's like it's one of those shows like it's like Firefly or
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of those other shows like that.
One of those other shows from the
One of those other-
90s.
Yeah, one of those shows.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was just like they kind of started and sparked this whole new thing that
Right.
is
Yeah.
fantastic television.
Yeah, for sure.
and
Well, you know that
It was
they're starting
wonderful.
X-Files back up again.
Yeah,
I did.
hear about that.
That's why I'm watching it.
it's exciting.
So I do have to say we're going to get spoilery for listeners. We are going to
Yeah.
get spoilery.
We're not gonna get crazy spoilery.
Not crazy. No. We won't do it on purpose.
no, you're
But
gonna
it might happen.
You're gonna hear some stuff, kids.
You're going to hear some stuff, and I might
stuff.
slip and say something
See some
about
things.
the narratives of these films. So we're going to talk about 3 horror movies, horror-ish movies, or horror movies. I don't know.
We're gonna talk about 2 horror movies and
Yeah.
one movie that's
dark
that you
and
can
Halloween.
that's dark and
themed.
Halloweeny.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the sounds in them and the music, and you'll hear some in your headphones or in your car. You'll hear little bits.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about, in what order do you want to do this, Joe?
We're starting with the newest of the bunch.
Okay, good.
A little movie called It Follows, and we're going to watch together, the three of us, we're going to watch the opening scene of It Follows.
I'm actually really excited.
We're going to
about
watch it and commentate it? Or-
Yeah.
my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I love commentating
Yeah.
everything.
It's the best night of our lives!
Yay.
I get
And,
on people's nerves so much, but here I'm a free person. I
You're
can
free
do
to
it.
do it.
I can be my own Mr.
In
Size
fact,
Zero
we
3000.
need you to do that
We
here.
need it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the opening scene of It Follows. It's you don't know the premise of the movie yet unless you read spoilers. I'm
This
not going
is
to tell
the
you.
opening, right?
The opening scene, and I want you to pay attention to the when the score comes in, and we'll talk over it until the score kind of gets there.
Yeah.
So it's this girl standing out in the middle of the street. Well, she runs out of her house.
Yeah.
She stands in the middle of the street as this camera kind of pans up or like pushes in towards her.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say for the time being.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we
alright.
got this idyllic sort of American
Let me make sure this is.
Subdivision.
Midwestern town. I hear it.
I hear it.
Is that?
I hear birds
Oh, you
chirping.
want to make sure
I'm
it's
making
going
sure
through
it's
there.
recording.
Is
yeah.
it?
All right, this girl, she's
She's running.
She comes running.
the
out
camera's
of her,
kind of panning around.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear her
She have shoes
running.
on?
She has. She
got
has
heels
shoes on. She
on.
has heels on.
Girlfriend, go! In a nightie that I would never wear.
And now she's
standing out in the middle of the road. She's looking around. She's waiting.
right.
Those
She
heels are
looks
nice.
concerned.
She's backing up. She looks really freaked
Something
out.
is
Something's
not
coming.
right. It's kind of like Twilight.
But the person in the groceries has no idea what's going on. On the left. They just went to Trader Joe's. I recognize those bags.
The dad walked out.
That's her dad calling for her.
Oh, I hear the music. I'm getting nervous. She's running in grass and spiked heels.
Yeah, she runs
Round
the
of
other
applause,
way.
ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
She
now
runs.
she's
You
on.
got pumpkins on the porches of the houses.
And I will say, this
leaves
scene,
on the ground.
after you watch this movie, this scene plays so differently.
Yeah, it
Girls
does.
and booty show.
Just ran past her
Runs
dad.
right-
She's running
Right back
back
inside.
into the house.
Yeah, and we've done a full 180 with the camera at this point. And then the door closes.
Very low music.
Yeah.
Right now, but it is building suspense. I can feel it.
That's right.
Back out we go.
Ooh.
There we go. Girl's gonna run again. Nope. Maybe. Car?
She's getting into her car, everyone.
Yep.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wrong side.
Heyo. Oh yeah, I think the
This is a Brit.
the clip. No, the clip we're watching is reversed for some reason.
She's
Oh, it
driving
is.
on the
Yeah,
wrong
the clip
side
we're
of the
watching is
car.
reversed. I don't know why. But nevertheless, it's okay. It just looks like
We
she's
are
in.
not in America anymore.
All right, so now this girl is
What is
sitting
that
out.
thing? Oh. Is it a person?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
her. She's
Oh, I
sitting
thought it
on
was
a
a
beach.
pumpkin. Is that a beach?
Yeah, she's sitting in some sand.
My contacts, focus, please.
I only know
She's
because I've
blending in really well with the sand.
seen it. Ooh, I like those noises.
Oh my god, this reminds me of that time I played Slender Man.
Ooh.
And the composer of
terrifying.
this score, he used a lot of 8-bit sounds.
Yeah.
Which are terrifying in general.
He composes a lot of chip tunes for video games.
She on the phone?
Sometimes.
Who's she talking to at this late at night?
I don't know why I do that. Just know that I love you, okay? I just really love you both.
Oh.
Oh.
And
And she's dead.
Oh, her leg is.
Oh!
No! 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 That is not the way a leg should bend. Oh my god!
Oh, she's dead.
so if that doesn't make you want to
Woo!
watch that movie,
I don't want
Right.
to go to the beach.
Right. But that's
Oh,
I
those
love that.
heels look so nice though on her feet.
Right.
They really do. Even though the foot's hanging
Even
Sorry
backwards.
guys,
Even
and
though
the foot
she's,
is backwards
yeah.
at a right angle.
She's
Yeah,
dead now.
and if you guys want to, we'll talk about the clips that we're going to play, so you can watch along if you want to, unless
Yeah.
you're driving, which you probably are.
Right, exactly.
You're probably driving. I just say that because I'm always driving when I'm.
Yeah.
So that was the introduction, the intro scene to It Follows.
Yeah.
Jeez,
And,
that's intense.
a lot of that score, what's interesting about that score is he uses a lot of like these kind of subtones that are all like they're synths, and there's a lot of chippy kind of sounds, like artifacts in there, and he uses them to build tension. But then when this girl starts running to her car, it comes in with this and it's so simple, but it's so effective.
It is.
Oh,
well, now
it's suspenseful.
Yeah,
Now, it got me.
So,
Good job.
Now I'm going to let you hear
Achievement unlocked.
was
the before you do this, was the lack of her talking, are we losing some of the audio, or is it
yes, I think so.
We are. Okay.
We're going to find out here in a minute.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
Yeah. But this is the title track, and to the
this is from the score.
This is from the score. This is the title track. We're not watching a video.
Yeah, we're just listening along with you, listeners.
Ooh, sounds 80s.
It does.
Yeah, it's
synthy.
All the movies we're going to talk about tonight take a sort of retro aesthetic.
And I will say, they used John Carpenter. Like, you hear that Halloween sound?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very 70s feel.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Bringing it in with the synth.
Oof.
I like this.
Yeah.
I want this on my Halloween station.
Oh, you should. You should.
I have one. It's great. You were right about the 8-bit.
Yeah.
That almost has the tones there remind me of an Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes!
I'm going to tell you something about an interview I read with him about that theme, and you're going to think about it differently.
Okay. I like it.
I do too.
That's very nice.
So, as he was writing that theme, it's got that very kind of Halloween feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if this name means anything to you guys. If it doesn't, I'll explain it.
Okay.
But he was listening to a lot of Ennio Morricone when he wrote that theme.
Does not.
Nope.
Ooh.
Not ringing bells.
Oh. Interesting.
Good, bad, and the ugly.
He wrote Quentin Tarantino uses them a lot. He wrote a lot of the old spaghetti western.
Yeah.
I love a good old spaghetti
that's
western.
cool.
So
this
you
guy's
hear that
listening to
melody, and you think spaghetti western.
Yeah.
It's like a whistle almost.
It is, yeah.
And
that is true.
It plays very differently, but
it does.
I just thought that was super interesting
That
that
is.
he would use such a different, I guess, genre to. I don't know.
To inspire that.
To inspire that, and it still be like super eerie, super creepy.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
But
I love it when people pull from retro aspects and inspired by this person or this thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that brings me into it more. But just because
totally.
I like that type of stuff already. But some people think it as like a ripoff or like not
no,
original.
Well, it's almost like, I mean, at this point, it's strange because, I mean, all three of these films we're going to look at, it follows House of the Devil and Donnie Darko. They all, it's like, even doing a movie that's set in the 80s or that takes an 80s aesthetic, it's almost like doing a period piece now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not
It
like
is.
ripping it off at this point.
No.
We're far enough out that it's like, no, that's a period piece. That's like making a movie.
Now it's
in
an
the-
inspiration. If, you created a theme that was so similar to Halloween and it was a year after Halloween came out.
of course.
Yeah, that's kind of ripping
yeah.
off John Carpenter.
Well, think about. Did you ever watch the original Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't like to admit to that. Sorry.
Let's talk about the score for that movie just briefly.
Oh, yeah.
The score was fine.
Yeah.
The soundtrack.
The soundtrack, God.
We have Evanescence.
Yeah, that's right.
I want
A bunch of bands like
bunch of like kind of
I was gonna say a bunch of bands, new metal that
right, a bunch of new metal bands, and when you watch that movie again, if you could imagine so the new Daredevil Netflix, almost kind of has a throwback retro kind of score, but it's a little bit more modern. There's a lot of kind of synths and stuff in there, but there's like some kind of big hitting drums and that kind of stuff, and there are some strings and stuff too. But if you put that score on the Ben Affleck movie, I honestly feel like people would like it better.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and I
for sure.
think I've said
Could be.
that on this podcast before.
I also
but
think like that time those type of movies came out, early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah.
That chunk had such an interesting soundtracks were all the same. And like
Yeah.
the film scores of these things
Yeah.
were great, but you had soundtracks of these pop bands that
Yeah.
were just terrible. It just reminds me of The Hero by the guy from
yeah,
Nickelback
from,
doing the
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
yeah.
and that was a huge thing.
Right, yeah.
And it didn't.
gonna be a hero.
Oh God! Stop!
Don't want to stay.
I don't remember how it goes, and I
But now I feel like you need to. Are you a Darko fan?
Some
Do we
executives.
have an intervention right now?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I will say in 2001, that was around the time that MTV was. I don't know. I'm
Booming.
sure people still watch MTV.
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a #1 TRL music video.
Right. but
Right.
Yeah, it was.
it was. And
Yeah.
around that time when a song was a hit,
Yeah.
like it just ingrained in you if you're like a kind of millennial-ish.
Yeah.
I'm on like the tail end. I'm like 1,000.
They were
years
like,
old.
some executive somewhere was like, Spider-Man's a hero. That song's called Hero.
Right.
Can you put that in there?
Nickelback, get 'em
Why don't
in
you
here.
get them standing there and have Spider-Man swing around him.
Right. But what's
Boom, a
interesting?
video.
Boom.
What's interesting is like I don't think that's even possible
No.
right now for that
It
to
is
happen.
not.
You know
But
what I
I
mean?
feel like also
Yeah.
today, and I think it with everybody, not just our generation, but a younger generation and older generations, with movies today, film scores
Yeah.
are more prominent. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
listen to a soundtrack, it's going to have more scores on
Yeah.
it than pop
Than pop
songs
songs,
that were
yeah.
on the radio.
Right.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yes.
because
That's
it,
true.
it-
Thank
it-
God.
That's very
And-
true.
To
and-
me, that's what I love about films also.
and that's
Yeah.
that's a good
Don't sing to me.
segue into I think Donnie Darko, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because Donnie Darko was made in the last probably 15 years.
Yeah, when was it made? I should
Oh my
know that. Let me
gosh.
look it up. Keep
pretty,
talking though.
Pretty recent.
8?
Yeah.
No.
Um,
95. I'm going to guess 1995.
95. I'm going to say later than that.
I'm gonna say 2000.
Okay, I'm going to say 2003.
I'm gonna say 2000.
Okay, we got 95. We got 2000.
I
We
might
got
be really early on
2003.
that. I don't feel like it came
was 2001.
Damn!
Highest,
there you
closest without
You were
going over.
closest. Yeah,
Did you
What's
win
my
a dollar?
prize? What's my prize?
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this, and I think Donnie Darko was one of the first movies to do this. Daredevil, for example, used current hits all throughout the soundtrack.
Yeah, true.
And there's nothing worse for a movie to completely stamp it
Oh,
with a date.
It dated it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But Donnie Darko,
Right.
and I'm going to play this, or we're going to watch this
And if
opening
you haven't
scene.
you haven't seen Donnie Darko,
No.
right, Amanda? You
No.
need to see Donnie Darko.
Why?
This is the one that is not clearly a horror movie that
For
we're
some odd
talking
reason,
about.
this
It is.
reminds me of my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
It's okay. You can play
Um,
it. But I think it's just
yeah.
like that when this movie came out, it was so huge with like my group of friends that
Oh,
I was
yeah,
hanging
yeah,
out
yeah.
with that I was just like, I don't wanna
Oh,
watch
gotcha.
this.
So you know what it is. You know all about it. You just haven't seen it.
The
So-
bunny.
Okay, yeah,
The weird
yeah.
bunny.
Right.
So-
I know what I was talking about, yeah.
This was one of the first movies, a modern movie made in 2001,
Yeah.
to only use hits from like 1981.
Yeah.
So
Really?
that one of the first, here, I'll let you see it. This is the first time I ever heard.
I don't know if this is an opening scene or when this takes place.
It's
in the
pretty
movie.
early on.
It's early in the movie.
It's
though.
introductory. It's the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time I ever heard Tears for Fears.
Yeah, me too.
This is one
And
of
it
my
can-
favorite Pandora stations.
And it completely sets this interesting, like, it feels old, but because it's a modern movie,
Yeah.
it feels timeless in
That's
that
true.
way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because if you look at this movie versus if you look at Daredevil, which I think Daredevil came out after this, actually. This, I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
could be very.
I think it
it's
was
actually
2003.
Close. I
Could be
feel like
pretty close.
03 or 02 was
But if
Daredevil.
you watch Donnie Darko, this doesn't look like it's aged as much.
no,
You know what I mean?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that Jake Gyllenhaal looking like he's about 12.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
Yeah,
in
that
terms of
kinda
the
aged it.
aesthetic of it, like
Yeah.
the fact that they use that 80s aesthetic.
You're right.
It doesn't
Now
age
is
as
Donnie
much.
Darko set? I mean,
Yeah, it's set
does
in the
he just-
80s.
Did he just snort?
Yeah,
he
coke?
just snorted cocaine in the school hall.
This is an unruly school, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen.
it is.
I'm going to get another cable while you guys watch this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to pause it, we can come back to it, Joe. Whatever you want. Yeah, so
what is this set? Is it set in the 80s though?
it is set in the 80s.
Okay.
Yes, it's set in this time, and so I mean, there's that awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an awesome side head
tracksuit right
There's a tracksuit. There's a side head ponytail. There's Kurt Russell, or no, not Kurt Russell.
No.
Sorry, what's his name? Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze.
Patrick-
Sorry, yeah.
Aw, Patrick.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God, I
Sways.
miss him.
The
Is that Drew
Sways.
Barrymore?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
What up?
And
She doesn't look. That woman does not age, by the
Yeah,
way.
I know.
Drew
She
really
Barrymore
doesn't.
is immortal.
yeah,
Swear.
But I feel like this is one of the first movies that took like a retro soundtrack
yeah.
and like started this huge trend. And for example,
I agree
It
with
Follows
you on
doesn't really have a retro soundtrack. It has more of a score that's inspired by a modern score that's inspired by
yeah,
older kind of synth music.
Okay.
yeah.
But
That's true. It Follows is not set in the 80s or anything. It's set
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
So,
yeah.
well, that's the thing. You don't know when it's
Well,
set.
yeah, it's-
There's a
yeah.
cell phone in it, but
Yeah,
the
right.
director said he made the cell phone. He made it up. It's
Yeah.
it's like a shell. You can't buy it anywhere.
Gotcha.
And so you don't see any technology in the movie really
That places it.
that will put it in time.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's smart. That's
It
very
is.
smart.
It is really smart.
So that was the intro scene, and then you're
Yeah.
into scene right there in the classroom.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Okay. This is strange. Yeah, I've never seen this movie before. I know aspects of it. I know who's
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, did not
Oh.
think it would start like that.
Yeah, you should definitely give it a shot.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
Damn it.
I'm actually not sure. But it's so good, and it's one of those movies that, in all honesty, I mean, this is spoiler free. It's one of those movies that you benefit from watching more than once.
Really?
If that makes
I
sense.
like those type of movies. And you just
Um,
keep finding stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It plays differently the second time you watch it, and it's not because it's like there's a big like Sixth
But
Sense,
It is a
twist
horror
or
film,
anything.
though.
Or
Or is it more of a comedy?
No, it's
No.
not a
I
comedy.
thought it was a comedy.
It's not a comedy.
It's got some funny like.
It's sort of like a psychological
Scream?
thriller.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
not
No,
like
it's not like
Scream at
Scream.
all.
hate that movie.
It's not a horror movie.
Yeah, it's just a strange.
It's a dark, strange movie.
It's kind of a dark comedy at times,
It's
but
funny at points.
it's just that kind of retro.
retro. There's almost a sci-fi aesthetic to it in
Right.
parts. It's worth watching.
Interesting.
It's good. It's fun. Okay, so speaking of, hold on, do the other one first. Yeah. So speaking of Tears for Fears, this song was huge. We don't have to listen to the whole thing, but this song was huge, which was from the Donnie Darko soundtrack,
I was
which
like
is
2 months old
wait, what?
on October 2nd,
Oh, I see.
1980.
Yeah, this is a cover of a Tears for Fears song
Okay.
by a guy named Gary Jules, and this was huge, at least in my world, after this movie came out.
Is this still Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, this is
This was Tears for Fears?
Yeah, it was.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Because I've heard this song a bazillion 5 times.
Yeah.
It's been in so many movies.
Yeah. And it started here. I mean, this
What?
is the music video for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense since he was kind of singing in the beginning. Right there.
And it just sets this strange tone.
Everyone's so like either drugged out or really tired.
Yeah. It's
Really
very.
sad.
I have to. I meant to watch this in anticipation of this episode, but I need to watch it
Yeah,
again.
I should have watched this movie.
Oh, I mean, this is just a good.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I am so confused.
that's a good response to Donnie Darko. Actually,
Good.
yeah.
Oh, that's confusing.
It's such a strange thing, but
Yeah.
it's such a good.
it's one of those. It's one of those endings where they met. I don't even want to say it.
No, just don't say anything.
You're not 100% sure what happened at
And-
the end, but you have a good idea.
And you're
Okay.
not 100% sure what's happening
Okay.
in different parts of the movie. Anyway, so this song was huge. Mad World, Gary Jules.
The Tears for Fears version's quite different, though.
It is. It's more Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
It's more Tears
Yeah,
for Fears
it's
for
way
sure.
different.
All
That is a
right.
creepy mask.
Yeah.
I would think that's one of the top 5 masks, like creepy masks of movies.
Yeah.
The Donnie Darko mask.
Oh, for sure.
I still feel like the Mike
Frank,
Myers
Bunny.
one is the top, and then
Yeah.
it goes like Jason, and then
I've heard rumors that the Mike Myers mask was a James T. Kirk.
Yeah.
it was a William Shatner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was
they
spray
either
painted.
dyed the hair, they painted it white,
Yeah.
but they did something with the hair.
Did something with the hair. Do you want to do the Frank the Bunny voice, or do you want to go on to either way is fine with me?
Sure.
Okay, we'll talk not just about music, but also about sounds. And so this is from Donnie Darko. There's a character named Frank the Bunny, which is who you were just talking about.
Yeah. So the guy that scored this movie, I think his name's Michael Andrews or something.
Uh huh.
And a lot of the score, a majority of it, like sounds like this. So it's just these ambient kind of sounds,
Mood setting tones.
not a whole lot of melodies to play with.
Yeah.
But still, will creep you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why a bunny? Why a bunny? What the?
So Donnie Darko is trying to touch this giant monster bunny.
Oh, this doesn't have
His
the
name
voice,
is
does it?
Donnie Darko.
It's just
Just the music.
yeah.
What the frack?
I think so.
I've never seen this movie, and watching it in clips like this makes me even more intrigued to watch it.
Yeah.
I think people should start watching movies like this to get
Yeah,
them
just watching the
excited.
clips.
Oh, that's also called a trailer.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's why trailers are so good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like Jake Gyllenhaal just staring at this giant monster
Giant
bunny and
monster
just grinning at
bunny.
him. That is so unsettling.
Never mind this then.
Yeah, you were thinking it was the
I was thinking.
Clown!
I was thinking you could hear the voice.
Jesus
8
Christ.
days, 27 minutes or whatever.
So there's a great voice that goes with Frank the Bunny and Donnie Darko. I recommend going and watching it. There's another. Just to make this even more weird. So we've made this weird for you.
Ah, it's
Donnie
weird.
Darko.
We have achieved weird level.
We're
Achievement
about
unlocked.
to up the ante a little bit with
Pouring it
weirdness.
on.
So here's another great song from this movie, which is fantastic.
Now the moment we've all been waiting for is here. It is my very distinct pleasure to introduce to you Emily Bates, Susie Bailey, Samantha Darko, Beth Farmer,
Oh,
and
Maggie
Jody
Gyllenhaal.
James. They are Sparkle Motion.
That was Patrick Swayze.
Sparkle Motion! No, wait, Notorious B.I.G.? Is this where he got this? Or did,
Maybe.
wait,
No.
what came first? Chicken or the egg? Okay.
So there are like 5 elementary school girls
Oh, yeah. I was wearing...
wearing like, what is that?
that is
Amanda?
Sparkle Lycra.
Okay, right. Sparkle
That is
Lycra.
dance wear 100%.
They're in a dance
I
group.
wore outfits like that in my dance schools, but
Nice.
not like that too much because it's really kind of terrible looking. But that fabric,
Yeah.
I've worn that millions of times.
They're in a dance group called Sparkle Motion. This is also from Donnie Darko,
It's
the
kind
movie.
of cute. Just, people are into it. People are enjoying their little
Yeah.
Running Man.
and I'll say the song is by a little band named Duran Duran.
Oh, is it really? I didn't know this
Oh,
was
yeah.
Duran Duran.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
backwards Running Man is tough to do.
There you go.
By the way, is that a
That's a portrait
portrait of Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
I want that in my house.
So yeah, very interesting use of music.
Oh, look at this juxtaposition. Look at this.
Uh-oh. Cutting back and forth between
Look at this.
a guy
Sparkle
about
motion.
to... These girls dancing in Sparkle Motion, Duran
And
Duran.
a guy lighting a fire in a
Lighting
home
up.
somewhere.
Lighting up the fire. Lighting up
That's
the
right.
house.
So good.
And a creepy Jake Gyllenhaal
So
walks off.
crazy.
Juxtaposition.
What a good movie. Jeez.
Happy and really
All right.
terrifying.
and,
oh my god.
And after watching some of these clips, like I saw this movie for the first time probably when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So probably like 3 years after it came out or something like that.
Yeah.
And watching these clips now, I didn't realize how important to like the tone and the mood of the whole movie,
Yeah.
like not even just the score, but like the soundtrack was.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Tears for Fears like became something different.
That's true.
After the first time you
Isn't
see
that
Donnie
weird
Darko.
when,
That's super
when
true.
movies can do that to old bands?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So
I wonder, did they like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just researchers in their music. Why not? But some people.
Yeah, of course.
Did you guys watch? I don't think you did, Will. Did you watch Breaking Bad at all?
I didn't
No.
watch that.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. The very last scene.
I know what happens.
Okay, well, the very last scene of Breaking Bad, the song, that special love I had for you.
Yeah.
My baby blue.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like my dad listens to it a lot. Kind of like a.
Like
I don't
a
know.
classic rock song or something?
Kind of a classic rock,
Yeah.
soft rock, I
Soft
guess
rock,
you would
yeah.
call it.
Okay.
And that song, I love that song now. Like,
Yeah.
it means, like, it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's a super heavy song for me now because of the visual
Because of what's going
that
on.
was the end of
of
Breaking
Breaking Bad.
Interesting.
I'm not going
I
to spoil
don't
it
know.
for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what happens. So.
But the world, it
Oh.
doesn't look good for the world.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
They go to Disney
Spoilers.
World.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Everybody
They go
goes to Disney World. They all sit around and watch the new Star Wars trailer at the end, and they're all just very excited. That's what happens. All right, so the final movie we're going to talk about. Wait, unless there's more Donnie Darko stuff we need. Think we're good?
Seeing what happens.
Yeah. All right. So I suppose the last movie we're going to talk about, we're starting now. This movie is fantastic too. It is a horror movie.
I'm not familiar with it.
It's a horror movie. I think it's on Netflix.
This
The
movie
devil.
was made in like 2009.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and suggest that everyone watch the trailer for this movie.
Yeah.
Because
Pull the
you're not
trailer
going to.
up. It's called House of the Devil.
Well, we're going to watch the opening credits
Yeah.
because the song behind it, it's just another one of these kind of retro kind of sounds.
Yeah.
But this movie was made on like cameras from the time period. It was shot.
It was
It
just getting ready to ask that. I
Yep.
was like, this does not look like 2009
It
cinematography.
really doesn't.
For sure.
But it was shot on film stock, and you know, the costume designers and all those kind of people were just doing their job very well.
Yes.
And if you just saw a few clips from this movie, you would assume it was a movie from the 70s, but it was made just a few years ago.
Love that.
It's very good.
I love it when a whole team pulls together. It makes a historical film look like actually from that time.
Yeah.
Wow, I just hit my
Oh,
teeth.
I saw that.
You okay?
I saw that. That looks
Sorry.
that looked really painful.
Ouch.
Well, there's actually, I'll go ahead and tell you about a local movie that I actually worked on. I worked on the sound design and some of the music editing on, but it's called Men Go to Battle. And a friend of mine named Zachary Trites, he actually lives in New York now, but he's originally from here. And he won Best New Director at Tribeca Film Festival this year
What?
Nice.
with Men Go to Battle. But
Hey.
it's a period
Holla.
accurate Civil War piece.
Oh, I'd love
But
it.
it's super character driven. It's about just these two brothers, and it kind of zooms in on what they're doing. So it's
That's
not
cool.
really about the war.
Tells
Yeah.
me I might have seen something about this in like the Leo.
Probably did.
Yeah.
It's really good. No, there's no score to it, and I'll tell you why.
Ooh.
There's a few moments in the movie where there's some there's a house party where there's a quartet playing, so that music's there. And there's a moment where they're around this fire in this small town that's kind of been just destroyed by the war, and there's one guy playing the fiddle, and
Damn yard fiddlers.
that's the only music in the whole movie because
Oh,
he wanted it
interesting.
he wanted you to feel like you were following these two brothers.
Yeah.
At the time, they didn't use the only lighting they used was lighting that was there,
Like natural light.
candlelight or
Wow.
daylight.
Wow.
And
That's
Huh.
it looks
real low
great.
budget.
That's cool.
Real low budget to where it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
But they actually spent a lot of money on it.
Right. Right. As you do.
Just kidding.
As you do.
It was less than $1 million though.
Which I'm
less
sure
than
this
$1 million.
I'm
That
sure
is
this film
nuts.
cost quite a bit. You think? House of the Devil?
Yeah. Well, they probably
The
spent
cameras and stuff.
like thousands of dollars just on
Yeah.
the film stock.
Right.
'Cause,
Exactly.
Well, if you're using stuff from retro times, doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah.
you can make stuff coming from a costume point of view,
Sure.
costume designer.
Yeah.
You can make stuff look from the 1970s, but if
Yeah.
you look at it, you're like, it doesn't look like 1970s because the fabric was made different,
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
completely different. So I bet they probably had to, dig to get stuff,
Right.
especially if they wanted to make it so period accurate.
Yeah.
Well,
I wonder if they did that for this because this is. We should watch it. We should watch.
Yeah, here's
this.
the opening credits of The House of the Devil.
Yeah.
We have another girl
I'll get
exiting.
things
the
moving on your
house.
application, and we'll have you set up here in no time.
There might be a little talk in here. Can we get some volume? So
About the deposit,
sweet.
okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It'll help you out, and I imagine it would. I'll agree to waive all the deposit stuff. You just give me the first month's down, we'll call it a day, all right?
Just this
Really?
girl renting a space
That
in
would
the
be
house.
incredible. Well, I remember when my daughter was looking for
Okay,
her
this
first
does look
apartment.
like
Hard coming up with all that
70s.
money.
It
And
looks
you
like
just promised me
It does.
that you were going to take good
All the
care
hair,
of this place.
her
Yeah.
headphones.
I promise.
It's all very.
Right, you'll be a
good.
good tenant.
It's even they're
yeah.
even
Like that.
acting like, you know what I
You won't
mean?
regret
Like
it, I
Yes.
swear.
Yeah, they are.
You know, I have some things I have to still take care of with the gal that lives here. You just get me the check by Monday. I'll have you in by the end of the week, if that's okay with you.
I can do whatever.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
You bet, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Yay!
This movie also.
house!
One thing cool
You
about
got
this movie. This movie sets such a weird,
Celebrate.
such an interesting tone with the weather that they got to shoot in.
Yeah.
It looks very. This whole movie is very overcast.
Oh, love
yes.
freeze frame.
free stills, and in comes theming.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of freeze frames going on here, folks. If you're watching along at home, freeze frames with yellow text telling you, starring whoever, Tom Noonan as Mr. Ullman.
Girl is gonna groove. She just got
Yeah.
a house. Let's go do
Just
stuff.
rented a house, walking under a weird tree.
I'm gonna walk to Starbucks. Just kidding, because it's not invented yet. Or was it?
How groovy.
Wait.
It was in real life.
Ah. Now it has an 80s feel to me.
Yeah.
Like,
It is
maybe
a little
late
80s.
70s, early
yeah,
80s.
Yeah, it's on the cusp. I think it is 80s.
I think it's late 70s is what
Okay.
they were aiming for.
yeah.
Because the upbeat synth step into the music
Yeah,
type of,
exactly.
yeah, let's do things.
Yeah.
It's very 80s. Family Guy makes fun of that in so many ways, and it makes me
Oh,
really
totally.
happy.
Yeah.
Upbeat 80s fix and stuff music. Where they clean out the rust
When
of the
I'm
plant.
on Doge.
This movie's actually pretty light on the music, though, overall, right?
It is.
Yeah.
There are a lot of sound design sequences. So
Yeah.
like, she ends up at this house, and the house is kind of creepy. So as she's walking around the house, they use sound design to kind of like build like tension and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's another moment in the house where she's singing. She puts her headphones on,
Oh,
and she's
right.
singing and dancing.
She's dancing around the house.
What
yeah.
song was that?
I can't remember.
But it's another like popular,
It's a-
probably early '80s song,
Probably.
late '70s song.
Yeah.
And as far as the score, it probably doesn't kick in much till towards the end of the movie when
when things
When
get
start-
a little
things start to
scary.
get a little scary.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, true.
So is the house she just rented the house of the devil?
It actually was not.
No.
No, it actually was not.
Well,
yeah.
that's good.
Spoiler alert.
Psych.
That house was not the house
That's
of the
good,
devil.
because that house that she rented was just damn adorable.
Yeah, so this
I
was
hate to move out
this
of that.
movie is written, directed, and edited by Ty West.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
a lot of
he
jobs.
did.
to
Yeah,
have.
a lot of jobs, and basically he wanted to make this movie that was a love letter to the movies of that time period.
Yeah.
And I think he succeeded.
I think he did. Yeah.
It's a very
Um,
good inspiration, representation type of movie. Or
Yeah, don't
sound
worry
and-
about that.
and feel.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Are you not the
Oh, are you
babysitter?
doing it?
What is this?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's not music. I pulled it up.
Oh, well, why would you do that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm confused.
Jeez.
What about this?
That's just some from the score.
Let's listen to
I
a little
think-
bit of the score, just to hear.
Yeah, just to hear it.
Love that cover art.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah, it's
thank
super
you.
cool.
Y'all have Netflix. Go watch this movie. Come on. Grow up.
It's October, you fools.
Yeah, get into it.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
It's more than just costumes and pumpkin spice lattes.
that's right. It's also watching House of the Devil
Boom.
on Netflix. That's nice.
Yes.
I like that. I wouldn't listen to that if I were going jogging at night.
No. No.
Yeah.
It's not aggressively scary,
Oh,
but
dude.
it's unsettling. Yeah,
Well,
Dude.
if we're talking about horror movie scores,
I like that this is playing behind you. Keep going.
there's one. Hold on. There's one score that brings to that.
Sorry. I don't know if the timing was good on that, but I don't think it worked.
There's only one score that makes me feel alive.
Yeah.
makes me
I know what
feel
you're talking about.
terrified
Yeah.
yet satisfied at the same time.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And my guess is we're going to listen to it.
And we should listen to it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
It's
my
the,
guess is we're going to listen to it.
Okay, did you watch? You didn't. I
No,
can tell
you did
because
not.
you
Oh,
don't.
hush! Don't judge me like that.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead reimagining.
No, unfortunately, I did not.
Now,
Damn it!
this is
I
gonna.
really wanted to get you on that. I'd be like,
Yeah.
yes, I did.
Yes,
What?
I did watch that. This,
I did
Yeah,
not.
son.
yeah, this movie is a good example of the music really mattering.
Yeah.
For example,
That's true.
This movie. Did you watch the original Evil Dead movies?
Yes, I have.
So
There you go. High five.
yes,
Boom. Thank you.
actually, I have seen
Because I
them.
like
Nice.
those, and they're funny.
Those are funny.
They're great.
They're great.
But the first
Campy and
one,
funny.
the first one wasn't intended to be funny.
Yeah.
It was intended to
Yeah.
be the most gruesome thing anyone had ever
Yeah,
seen.
yeah.
And it was like Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, and like they were like didn't have any money, and they were just trying to make a movie.
Yeah.
And they realized after that movie that what it was. So the second one was really like Ash became this kind of character.
Yeah.
Groovy baby. And so
Do
kinda-
it. By the way,
Right.
Bruce Campbell's coming too.
Okay, I guess I'm going to go.
I guess we'll go. I guess we'll go.
He was one of the first people to sign on.
So with that in mind, the first Evil Dead movie, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell set out to make the most just kind of disturbing, gruesome movie anyone had ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it
so-
was.
It was scary.
Yeah.
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 So then this new director,
Ish.
who I guess was hired by Sam Raimi,
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
whole crew,
Yep.
Fede Alvarez, he set out to make the most gruesome and brutal
Yeah.
movie of teens going into a cabin
Yeah.
getting
He
cut
wanted
up
to
by
realize
deadites.
the
Yeah.
vision that they tried to.
From
try
what
to do.
I saw,
Yeah.
I didn't see the movie at all. I watched the trailer and just kind of learned about when it happened. People were not happy with it.
It was
Because
split right down the middle, I think.
Yeah.
Not at all Evil Dead because
Right.
people
Right.
want that horror be
They want it to be funny
Campy.
too. And
yeah, they
campy.
want
yeah.
that B actor kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
camp.
yeah.
Right. So what this movie was, they tried to make what Sam Raimi had envisioned
Had tried to make
in the first
Yeah.
place.
Wow,
Yeah.
it just seems really complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It was an interesting choice. I actually ended up really liking the movie.
Yeah,
Which is weird. I thought it was a better idea to do what they did than to try to recreate like a Bruce Campbell feeling movie.
okay. Because was it exactly like the movie? Or did
No,
it take?
no, it wasn't
Okay.
even. It wasn't even a remake.
it was
None of the
actually
char-
it
none
was
of the
actually kind of
characters were
smart
the same.
because
yeah,
they could have they basically Ash wasn't in the movie.
No.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
he wasn't in there. And
and I
if
think
he
that was a smart
it was going to be
choice.
just a reimagining of that.
Yes, exactly.
The exact movie with him in it. And probably
not
a good
to say
idea on the director part.
yeah, probably a good idea because nobody's Ash but Bruce Campbell.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that.
So essentially, what they did. I mean, you could almost, depending on how you want to interpret the film, the newer film. I mean, it could be Evil Dead 4. You could call it Evil Dead 4, and it'd be fine. It's totally different characters going out to this cabin for a totally different reason, and yeah. And it is, I mean, it's horrifying, but the score is fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Joe
and
was a
that's
big
what I was
fan of
saying.
this. So here,
When I first watched hold on, everyone. When I
you
first watched this movie, with a different score, if they had put like the Rob Zombie style
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
kind of horror movie
like
music
metal
in this,
or whatever.
Yes.
this movie would have played very differently. This music that we're about to hear there's a certain classic
I was gonna
horror nature to it.
Yeah, it makes it
Gives
classy.
a whole different feel.
And it just feels so different. And the redeeming quality of this movie, I think, was the music and how it played to the visual.
Yep, I agree.
That's good.
Yeah.
I did, however, really like the new Halloween remake with Rob
Oh,
Zombie.
interesting. I couldn't get into it, but I need to try it again, I guess.
The first one, not the second one. Well, there are two.
I think there were two, yeah. Oh.
This is a really creepy cover art.
Yeah, it is, right?
It's disturbing
Yeah.
on a lot of levels.
And if you put like the whole visual aesthetic of this movie is grim and gritty and whatever.
Yeah.
But then with this music over it, it makes it
beautiful.
It gives you a different experience.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why music matters.
That's
This.
right.
Oh, bringing in that
French
whole
horns.
freaking synth
Yeah.
orchestra feel. This is
Right.
not synth, symphonic. That's what I
Symphonic.
meant. Ah, I love a good orchestra.
So interesting.
Bring in the strings.
Could almost be behind a Disney movie
Yes.
or
Bring in
something.
some depth.
This has a John Williams feel.
Yeah. Oof.
It's a very symphonic. Oh, the voices. This.
We're making scary faces.
If I could tell you people what they're doing right now. Oh my god. Earl's actions just made it that much more epic. Thank you.
All right, listeners, we were just reacting.
You're right. It's on a whole new level.
Right.
It's a whole new level of
It is.
good.
It's a totally different vibe.
Despite your
Totally different.
arm motions
Yeah.
that were awesome.
I may or may
And
not have been
well-timed.
conducting to this song.
Right.
But so this
He was.
movie opens up with this really disturbing scene of this girl who's possessed, and her dad basically has to set her on fire and
Yeah.
blow her brains out.
Shoot her in the face.
And as soon as that happens,
Yeah.
and she's like, "La," and he shoots her, that ba plays, and it's just this big title card that says "Evil Dead."
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Son of a monkey.
Yeah.
I remember watching it in theaters. Will and I watched it, and we
Yeah.
were just like, "Okay, I'm on board."
Yeah. I was
Let's
just,
do this.
Yes.
You got me.
please.
You got me, Mr. Alvarez.
Yep. True.
And this score was composed by a little man named Roque Baños.
Yep.
Baños. He also did the Old Boy remake, which was actually really good.
Oh,
His score
interesting.
to that was really good. But
Sweet.
listen. So classic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Love-
Yeah, that's
good
great.
Choir.
yeah. So
Baritone
So
men.
good.
So, fools, this Halloween.
Yeah.
You want to start off by watching something a little bit more, maybe a little more modern. Maybe try It Follows.
Yeah.
It's a critically acclaimed. I know Quentin Tarantino didn't have a lot of good things to say about it.
Aw,
Now, he
why?
actually did like it, but he thought that it broke its own rules. But
Well, Quentin doesn't get any time on our podcast.
he doesn't, because he's a total...
Unless you're in town, Quentin, then come on by, man, and we will.
Yeah, we're-
I'm just
I
joking.
really
yeah.
like Django Unchained.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I really liked Inglourious Bastards. The Kill Bill
Yeah,
series
I'm
was
just
also
kidding.
really fun.
Yeah, the Kill Bill.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you can
watched-
just list Quentin Tarantino movies, and we'll just say how awesome they are.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I
So
watched
why
the
don't
Kill
you
Bill
like
series
Quentin?
and-
Oh,
I
we
do.
do.
We
I'm
do.
just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
just-
you were like, we have a hatred.
No,
I'm like,
I'm just talking
okay,
about-
well then.
He's great. He's great.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
I actually something interesting about here's a little music thing that's interesting about Quentin Tarantino.
Please tell.
Up until his new movie, The Hateful
No, don't do
Eight,
that.
which hasn't been released yet, correct?
Yep.
Which is shot on glorious 70 mil,
Whoa.
There you go.
whatever, something, I don't know, film, no digital, whatever.
Retro.
Right. So he has been known for cutting up different people's scores. One of those people, first of all, he's had one scene scored, and that was by Robert Rodriguez, and that's the scene in Kill Bill 2 where Bill meets the bride
yeah.
and the bride's daughter.
Yeah.
So that scene was scored by.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, he never worked with a composer. He always cuts up different people's scores, different kind of 70s that, you know, hey, those kind of songs.
Yeah.
And he's made a completely new style of movie just on the different kinds of songs that he picks.
Right.
So when Django came out, he used a lot of Ennio, I'm saying his name wrong, Ennio Morricone, the guy that I mentioned earlier.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
Right.
Yep.
He used a lot of his songs from like different kind of spaghetti western movies, and that kind of helped sculpt his tone. And he was a little bit offended by Django at parts. He's like, and there's this whole thing on the internet where he was like, Quentin Tarantino best not be using my stuff, son. But I'm sure he didn't say it like that.
Oh.
But now, Ennio, I'm saying his name wrong.
We know who you're talking about.
Come
Yeah.
on. I'm sorry, podcast.
Good
Bob.
back in the ugly, dude.
Come, Bob. We got you.
Ennio Morricone is scoring The Hateful Eight.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So
They
this
apparently
classic,
Yeah.
film composer who's done so many classic scores
Yeah.
is scoring Quentin Tarantino's first scored
I
movie,
bet
The
that's
Hateful
going to
Eight.
have a different feel if he allows it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's not going to feel very that as
Because
like
Quentin has such a style.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want anything. If I'm going for a Quentin Tarantino movie, I better damn well see a
Right,
Quentin
right.
Tarantino style film.
Yeah, I'm interested.
and I'm sure he's going to play has to play some pop culture kind of tracks in there,
We'll
right?
see. We'll see what happens.
I don't know.
Well,
Django
if the
is
dude
such a
writes
good
like
movie.
himself, then it'll read like a reference at this point.
Right. It's going to
know?
read very dialogue
If he
heavy.
if he writes a spaghetti western soundtrack, then it's going to play like a reference to a spaghetti western soundtrack.
Sure.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Quentin's
Oh no, sorry.
writing.
Yeah, no. I mean the
Morricone.
composer. Yeah.
Conebone.
So you're going to want to start off by watching some It Follows.
It
You're going to want to follow that
Follows.
up with some Donnie Darko.
You
Take
just
a
need
break.
to go and see. I just want to see why that leg is like that.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
You're going to love it.
And
You're
I
gonna
will
love it.
say that's probably the most
worst.
gross
Yeah,
gross
that's-
thing in the
that's
whole movie.
the worst that movie gets. Probably
The movie is
I mean,
so-
it gets scary. But
Yeah.
as far as gory, that's about.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's about
that's
it.
what's so good about it, though. It's very
Yeah.
tastefully done, and the story works for the suspense.
And actually, kids, and Amanda,
Yes.
we are. This is the same. This is true of all three of these movies, barring Evil Dead, obviously. But this is true of all three. It Follows, Donnie Darko, and House of the Devil. All don't have very much gore. House of the Devil has the most. Probably.
Even so, it's not very much.
No, it's not much. There's some blood in it, but it's not.
all about setting a tone.
It's
man.
all the tone. So
I hope more
Yeah.
movies go this way because
Yeah.
the whole Saw
No,
hostile
right,
style.
yeah.
I feel like it's so done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night?
also
no,
a
but
good
I
movie.
already don't want to because I
No,
walk alone
no,
a
you
lot.
do.
So good.
You definitely do.
It's the same kind of thing.
Definitely
It's a subtitle movie and it's like Arab what's
Iranian.
like Iranian
Yeah.
like style and setting.
Yeah.
But it was shot in Southern California.
Yeah.
And it's Elijah Wood's film company.
Yeah.
So it's made in California.
Frodo has a film company.
It's
by
on
a
Netflix.
Californian director.
I would
It's on
recommend
Netflix, but
Okay.
it's so good at setting a tone. It almost has like a little bit of a Quentin Tarantino-y vibe.
Yeah. Also
but
some David Lynch influence in there.
David Lynch
For sure.
influence, and there's also like
Okay.
a kind of a retro feel to it. Highly recommended.
Not.
Okay.
It's about vampires.
I was gonna say it's maybe a horror movie. I know that's what I did. I groaned, but you should try. You should
Okay.
try it.
It's a different
You
kind.
as well,
It's a
listeners.
I
different
actually
kind of
would
genre.
rather watch a movie about vampires than zombies. Like I
Okay.
feel like of all things horror right now, I'm
Yeah.
just done with zombies. I'm so
Yeah.
done with zombies.
Yeah,
Maybe it's Walking Dead. Maybe it's just all this stuff. I'm just like,
sure.
I
although
can't-
Dead Snow.
I didn't see that yet.
nope.
Oh my
Yeah?
god! Nazi zombies
Oh.
from the snow that can run.
Nice.
Stop it! It's
Stop it.
it's actually a funny, but it's a Swedish film,
Oh, cool.
and it is. It was on Netflix when I saw it. I've seen it
Yeah,
several
I've
times.
seen it on there, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah. Those type
Cool.
of zombies you do not want to mess with.
No,
like
you
I feel
don't.
like I could get away from the Walking Dead zombies or like
Yeah.
but the other ones that
Yeah.
are slow walkers.
Yeah, yeah,
These
yeah.
guys you can't.
You can't.
Nope. You're
You're
done.
caught.
You're done. It's like in what was it? 88, 90, 28 days later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
However
those
many
are
They
days.
ran.
I don't think
Yeah.
those were zombies. I think they were just like mutant,
Yeah, they were-
terrifying.
yeah.
Well, whatever.
Gonna get ya.
They wanted to
They'll
call them
get-
zombies.
Either way, regardless of what they are, they're gonna get
Terrifying.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween,
The
everybody.
most Halloween thing I've done all month.
Yeah.
Nice.
So true.
We should
about time.
close it out with a scary laugh. How long have we been going? We've been going a while, right?
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
going for like an hour and 40 minutes.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a good one. You guys got your money's worth this time. Let me tell
Yep.
you, listeners.
Yes.
By the way, you guys haven't paid in a while to listen to
Yeah.
us.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
your payments are a little late.
Yeah, like we've never.
Wait.
we haven't received any.
Quickly, or not quickly,
Free?
but free. What's all this free talk?
iTunes is
Um,
free.
Got so upset. Mike
Yeah,
cut out.
that's
Apple will not let you talk bad about them. Shut it down.
I do want to say thank you for being here, Amanda.
No problem.
We are here with Jedimanda. We didn't do an introduction, but we'll record one afterwards, so they will have heard it.
Cool.
You should plug your stuff they can. Yeah.
Plug. Jedimanda. I am going to be. That sounded like third person. That was weird.
Quit talking to yourself.
Talking to Jedimanda will be at Wizard World. No, I'll be at Wizard World Comic Con early November. I want to say 7th through the 9th or 6th to the 8th. I can't ever remember those dates.
Yeah, y'all can Google it.
I'm really bad about that. But yeah, I'm a cosplay guest, and so I'll be there with Booth and touting my all Star Wars cosplay lineup. So if you are a Star Wars fan, please come check it out.
Yeah.
I am putting a lot of time into my Saturday cosplay, which is Ahsoka Tano. So please, I have a lot of time into her now. Anyways, come to the Louisville aspects of Comic-Con. Support all the locals of everything.
And let's just say what everyone's wanting to say.
What?
Stephen Amell's going to be there.
Stephen Amell will be there.
Oliver
There's another
Queen
chick
himself.
from Arrow, Katie Cassidy.
Katie Cassidy's going to be
you go.
there.
Yeah.
How about that?
Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Eddie, whose name is slipping me, but the guy from Ghostbusters.
Okay. Yeah.
Dr. Ghost.
I don't know who other. I don't know. There's a couple other celebrities, but there's just more stuff like panels and
it's just
like
fun to
it's
go
just fun.
and walk around.
Yeah,
and
this is
gonna be a blast.
actual like Wizard World is not like other cons. They know their stuff, so
Yeah.
you'll get what you paid for. There's
Totally.
a lot of stuff there. Come see, check it out.
Awesome.
Social media is all the things. Jedimanda on all the things.
Jedimanda on all the things.
Yeah, I just downloaded a Periscope.
I've heard about this
Whoa.
Periscope.
Yeah, and I
I've heard about
thought
that
about Periscoping this, but I was like, no, because I
Right.
don't think it would be that interesting. Just sitting here, me talking into a microphone.
Right.
But yeah,
They'll hear it.
Hey, and we
They'll
actually
hear it.
are on
Yeah.
a schedule now to where like we're going to release this on Tuesday.
Yeah. So we can
So
say
you're
that.
just going to
And I
like
want
be
to
able to hear it on
spam it
Tuesday.
everywhere.
Spam it. Happy spam
Dude, we should totally do a scary outro to end this thing. I don't know what it needs to be, but
Like
I'm gonna
music?
I'm gonna do an evil laugh. No, I just mean like
I was thinking
Just-
about instead
just
of
a
doing
log on.
like
Kind of wanted to be like Count Dracula.
Dracula.
But from Sesame Street. Two bats. Three bats.
Three. Oh, the rolling R. That's good.
Three bats.
All right.
There's
what
your
a-
evil.
what about the what's his face that did the you got your vine, you got your chicken.
What? Sesame Street?
Yeah,
So that's from Dracula Dead and Loving It by
That's
Mel
not
Brooks.
Sesame Street. No matter how much Leslie Nielsen wanted it to be, that was not
Exactly.
Sesame Street.
Exactly. I don't know. Should we just laugh maniacally? It's a good
I can't roll my laugh.
to sign off.
That was awful. I don't even think I can like. Oh
That's
my
not-
god, this is weird. It's beautiful weird,
Dude,
though.
how do people how do they do it?
What, the cackle?
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to do it one time for a contest. Like, give me your best
that good?
cackle. I was like, sounds like a
Sounds
goat.
like a dolphin, I think.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for visiting the zoo, everyone.
It's literally a zoo.
Happy
Feels like a zoo.
Halloween, Joe.
Happy Halloween, Amanda.
Happy Halloween, Will.
Happy Halloween, listeners.
Happy Halloween to me.
Hey, we'll you all hear us before Halloween, but happy Halloween.
Thank you for listening, DNN.